Hello everyone, and welcome to tonight's stream. I'm TheNando, YouTuber, writer and mechanical engineer, and tonight is a night for celebration. I've been doing this for a year, and that's very surprising to me. It doesn't feel like a year has passed. Thank you very much, Stephanie. Yeah, it doesn't feel like a year has passed, probably because at first I didn't do a lot of content. I just did like one or two streams at a month at most, and I feel like it was around September, October that I started to take this more seriously. And hi, oh my bens, hello Eisen, and also nowadays my channel is more related to the Age of Empires 2, the video game, of course, and it will keep being the main focus for a while because it's going well, and the Age of Empires community has been amazing, very supportive, very wholesome, so I want to produce more content. But I'll also keep having this side, the just chatting, chilling, playing different games. I will not abandon this. And today I thought, and hello Zoom, welcome to the stream, I thought it would be interesting to do what a lot of streamers do, especially VTubers, and people who know me, I mean, you can see VTuber figures there in the back, know that a lot of my inspiration comes from VTubing and a lot of things from my content creation background. And the tradition is, once you hit 1 year, you react to your debut. And oh my, I didn't want to watch it beforehand because I want the reaction to be genuine, and I'm not used to making. It's actually my first time making React content. I'm not used to it. But I was just scrolling through and I was like, oh god, I'm going to cringe so hard at some parts. Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. How have you been in this beautiful evening? Happy 1 year. Thank you very much. And before advancing to the core of the stream, of course, it wouldn't be a celebration without some tea. And tonight I'm drinking some masala chai because I tasted it due to the concealed teacup, which was a huge success, and I'm very glad I had such an amazing event right before my birthday. But it made me try out some new teas, and masala chai is definitely up there with one of the teas that I want to drink more. But yeah, let me just make sure everything is working on the technical side of things. I'm not used to, I never had to set up a reaction. And yes, it's working. Here it is. I'm going to remove my BGM because if not it will collide with the... I'm having some ginger. Oh, ginger is so good. Ginger is one of those flavors that some people like, others dislike, and for me, I'm a huge fan of ginger. CTC was a massive success. Hello Mingatoni, welcome to the stream. And yeah, the concealed teacup was a massive success, and now it's something very different from Age of Empires. I'll be reacting to how my content was a year ago. And one thing you can tell, a new overlay is in the works by an amazing artist. She's doing an incredible job for my new overlay, but I still have my original overlay, and that's one thing, it's noticeable, the same colors. I keep saying that I'm going to update it, and I'm glad I'm not the one updated. I'm glad I resorted to work from a professional, but now I love the thing that I'm going to react to the same overlay. Hopefully next year, when I do the 2nd year anniversary, I won't be using the same overlay. And this was the screen that some people were watching just a little bit ago, just a while ago. The starting soon screen. Do I skip how long is the starting soon? Okay, it's not that long. And yeah, talking about the concealed teacup, I will reveal my schedule for March at the end of the stream. The stream has started. My stream has started, past Fernando's stream will start soon. But I will produce a lot more Age of Empires content. And after the concealed teacup, I haven't had time to play Age of Empires. Ooh, maybe after tonight's stream I will play one game or two on the ranked ladder. Because oh boy, my appetite for Age of Empires has increased a lot. Hello everyone, and
Hello.
welcome to my first stream. It's been like, he's so nervous. Nowadays it's so easy for me to press go, and I look so different. I look older. Look at that huge beard. Look at the tiredness in the eyes. I feel like I look older. If past Fernando will start soon, does that make him future Fernando? And I have 2 bookshelves now. Things are so different. I look so different. Where's the shelf? Yeah, I look younger now. I feel like streaming for me has done a lot of... Some people fall into bad habits while streaming, and it can be detrimental to your mental health. For me personally, since I started streaming, my mental health, my physical, so many things have improved in my life. I look younger, I look healthier. Boo, I don't like past Fernando. New Fernando is better. Nah, respect for that guy for taking the step to do that. He's so scared. Poor little Fernando. I look healthier. Oh, thank you very much. I definitely agree. Healthier and happier. 1 minute since I started, and I already made my first mistake. I thought I was streaming, I did my introduction, and yes, I forgot! I won't pause a lot, don't worry, but I started doing the entire stream and I haven't pressed, because there's 2 buttons you need to press. I pressed the first one and not the second, and I did my entire introduction, and because people were saying, go Nano and everything in chat, I thought I was live! And like 2 minutes passed and I was like, wait a second. Oh, and it's also nice to see Eisen there, Gats, Sharp C Student, King Ameno, Kradantos who's still here, Marun, of course. It's good to see. Zumui will probably show up in a bit as well. And I was like, wait, chat is a bit dead. Am I live, guys? And I looked at the chat and no answers at all, so I thought that I was live, but I wasn't, so just to make sure. Am I live now?
Yes, you are.
Are things still not working? You are live, don't worry. Okay. It's working now. So, I have to confess, I'm really nervous, but I think it's a part of doing my first stream to be nervous. And one of the things that makes me so happy is looking at chat, and I see so many people I know from so many different places, like Filippo and Marun, Stephanie, Gats.
It's the mic.
For me, it's kind of like a surreal experience to see all these different
Stephanie's
people
there as well.
gathered here and supporting me. Thank you very much for showing up to my first stream. I will never judge anyone for not showing up. I know what it's like to have a busy life,
And I say that
but
many times.
every time you show
throughout
up,
my
I
career.
will be very glad to have you here. So, without further ado, I want to improve that still, but I feel like I'm a lot better already. I think it's something all streamers work on to communicate better. You don't want to use a lot of those are bad, and you do them subconsciously, and I feel like, of course I still do them. I'm not a master at communications, but I've improved so much in my English, in my just talking and the pacing and everything. So much better now. And hello, Gats. You're also there with a heart in chat. I see you there and I see you here. Hello. I love this chat interaction and everything. You are saying you're not different as Fernando. When I saw Warlocker say Fernando, I was like, he said my name, I've been doxxed. But wait, my channel name is Fernando. It's that trigger when you see your name in a chat room. I need to get used to it because I'm very used to being on that side of the screen. I'm used to watching many streams. I love watching and supporting other streamers, but it's my first time being on this side. Without further ado, I think I prepared a little presentation where I'm going to talk about myself, what I'm going to do, about the stream, and what you can expect from... Yes, Fernando is my name.
That's another thing I feel like I do a lot better now,
is, okay, there are times where you want to be interrupted by chat, there are times to focus on chat, and there are times where you need to be, okay, just business, focus on the stream, don't get interrupted. For example, now I noticed that Mingatoni wrote a sentence there, but I'm not reading it. First, I'm going to finish my line of thought, and that's something that takes work to pace yourself. Because usually I was like, chat moved, I need to look right away. Now I'm aware of chat, and I can pace my own thoughts. I finished my sentence, and this is something also that I'm still working on. Sometimes I make this mistake of interrupting myself with chat, but first finish your own line of thought. No, don't be sorry to interrupt. I just wanted to say hello and let you know that I'm writing a quick guide for the... Oh, thank you very much. So they have a guide for... That's exactly what I was going to say. That the problem is not chat. You are doing everything correct. It's the streamer who needs to learn when to look at chat and when to look at the screen. And I'm glad you gave the perfect timing for the example. And thank you very much, Mingaton. You're a great part of this community. And yeah, it's good. Never ask sorry for interrupting, because it's my role as a streamer to know when to look at the screen and when to look at the chat. The drastic change when you saw sorry. This is hilarious. Yes. I don't want people to be bothered from interrupting me. But yeah, let's keep going. I don't want this to be a 5-hour
I
stream.
have to admit, I felt kind of bad when I'm looking at things and I look at, Fernando Gonçalves, and then I look at the channel and seeing my name everywhere, it makes me kind of confused still, but yeah. Thank you very much, Zumu, for wishing me good luck.
Here you are.
So, I'm going to go to another stream. For me, thank you, Pedro. Konnichiwa. For me,
not konnichiwa, konbanwa.
Just doing these screen transitions and everything, I spent so much time preparing everything and correct. I need to be careful of the mic.
This is the second time I punched the mic. Now that never happens.
I spent so much time preparing everything and now seeing things live, and even though everything is simple because I'm not that good at designing things, I'm so proud of, even though it's just my first stream, I'm so proud of arriving here already. So I have a small presentation prepared. I have no idea how long it will take. I have no idea if I will get distracted by chat and it will take 2 hours, or if I will get really nervous and skip all the slides. Thank you, Maru,
for being supportive. The first slide looks amazing, the rest of the presentation doesn't.
Now that I'm talking and not writing, I'm never sure what to say properly.
Thank you as well. It looks great. The first slide.
I'm going to begin the presentation. I mean, this is the cover. Okay, so I will probably call you Maru. This is the cover. Of course, it's nice. When you look at the presentation itself, it's more simple. But, I mean, I do my best. So, let us begin. Okay, so first, this is like, I spent all my life studying and doing presentations, so I'm so used to doing this is my, like in scientific conferences and everything, this is my presentation, I will talk about this and that, so of course I need to present the contents first. First I will do a small introduction where I'll answer the question, who am I? I mean, it's a very philosophical question, I know, but I'll try to present myself to you guys.
I mean, he's clearly an amateur, but I gotta say, for the first stream, I'm positively surprised by past Fernando. He's clearly an amateur, he's clearly nervous, but he's not making that much. I call this Nando the teacher. The many stages of Nando.
Then I will present the content of the stream. Then the goals, my main goals and ambitions as a streamer.
Your English developed a lot, quite a lot.
Hello, Maru! You are double Maru!
Just a suggestion, can you make the original audio stream a bit lower, or maybe more to one side for better separation? It feels a bit overlapped. Oh, okay, I'm going to make it a little bit lower. You are finally here, don't worry. You are already there. You are there on the screen. And I was talking about how I still have the same overlay from back then, that maybe I've hired an artist that's doing an amazing overlay. Double Maru. We have double Maru doubles. And for me, of course, having new viewers is great, but retaining my viewership, retaining the people here
it's also great. So it's good to see so many names that are similar in both chats. Yeah, I wonder who the artist is. The one who is making an amazing new overlay. My stream that will also
and not
give
only
you a
overlay
guideline
scheduling
of what you can expect.
a streamer.
And then finally, I have some acknowledgements, and I would like to thank a few people. So, let us begin of who I am. My name, it's in the title of the slide. I don't need to, and it's here in the bottom and everything. Yeah, my name is Fernando. It's a pleasure to meet all of you. I'm Portuguese.
Yes, I still am.
And there's not much else to say about that. Languages. English is on bold because it's the main language I will be speaking, as you can see.
And by the way, I never spent this much time looking at my own content. No change there now. PowerPoint presentation reaction. Let's go, exactly. Hello, Maru. I hope you are doing well in this wonderful evening. Positivity in chat.
I also
Let's
speak
go.
Portuguese. Falo português sem qualquer problema. Vou tentar falar quase sempre em inglês, mas
Fazes
qualquer
bem.
coisa que escrevam em português e tudo vou perceber.
Exato.
And just to make a note, almost all of my streams will be in English, but as you can see from my channel, my goal is to become a writer, but let's imagine in the future I publish one of my books in Portuguese. I will probably do a Portuguese-only stream,
I'm cringing
so
because
I can
know
discuss more
Japanese
with the
is all the
Portuguese
way.
fandom, but 90-95% of the streams will be in English. No hablo español. Japanese. This is for me now.
That was a skip because I replied to King Gameno, it's no problem, no hablo español, and then I said his real name. I was so bad at starting. I said, no, and now I cut it from the debut just to keep it safe. But I said no hablo español, and then I replied using his real name, and I'm like, yeah, you're using King Gameno. I remember that this channel was focusing on the book, and you write. The first two streams are all about writing, exactly.
It will be the hardest part of the whole stream,
How the
because I was
terms
like, I want to
people.
speak a little bit
Yes.
of Japanese to
It's Age of
tell
Empires.
people I'm a Japanese learner. I don't speak fluent Japanese, but I wanted to say a little thing in Japanese, so I prepared it, and this was like the part. Okay, this is where Filippo and everyone
Japanese.
will judge me.
I'm judging you as well, past
So,
Fernando.
and I have a script. If I had more time, I would memorize it, and it would be a lot better. But no habla portuñol. No, but Nihongo dekiru. Hey, では、こんにちは、Fernando です。作家になりたいので頑張っています。日本語は少し話せますが、配信をやるにはまだ不十分です。いつか完璧な日本語で配信できるようになるまで練習を続けます。それまで応援してください。The hardest part is over. Please don't judge me too hard. I practiced this, and I think in the practices it went a lot better.
I was in pain.
Yeah.
I was in pain.
Filippo, I know Filippo is the one who is... Arigatou gozaimasu. Thank you very much, Maru. I know Filippo is the one who is judging me the most. Nah, he's an awesome guy. He won't judge me. Oh, for those who don't speak Japanese, the name that is just ancient letters is Filippo. Just
No, you should do.
know.
Oh, if I prepared, I would do it, but not right now, Maru. Don't put me on the spot. Nihongo, Josu janai. And I'm going to do a Japanese only stream this year, so that will be the challenge.
Taking me messy. So, onwards, social media. I want to expand in the future, but I don't want to go too fast. I don't want to overwhelm myself. So currently, all I have is this YouTube channel.
Now you have a Twitter, you have a
Thank
Discord.
you very much, Marwan. If you see
Marwan.
any other thing with my name, it's either something not official or it's a fake account. I doubt I have someone impersonating as me. Well, I'm still so small, but yeah, the only way you can get reliable sources is from YouTube, from this channel, and when I expand, I will add more things and update you guys on it. And this is the most important part.
I need to do this
Why did
more.
I become a streamer? Why did I start
I need
doing
to tell
this?
more horrible
It's to
horrible
find
jokes.
victims for my terrible humor. I love doing terrible jokes. usually I won't do them a lot on stream at first. And Hugo, if you are there, you've been a victim to a lot of my terrible jokes lately. I think you can attest that I do love terrible humor. I need to do it more on stream. Laro, love that you told Zempa you wrote in here I had to make life easier. Because a lot of things have to do with nuances of language and stuff. I'm not like comedian type of humor. It's like that really bad pun type of humor. For example, someone says, "Oh, I love acorns," and you reply, "Oh, I love beacorns."
Exactly.
That kind of humor. And my favorite part of doing that is when
I'm vibing so hard with Past Fernando right now.
people are talking to you very seriously, and when you do some joke so silly, first they are looking at you normally like, yeah, you are saying victims, exactly. Like, yeah, what you are doing makes sense. And then for half a second when I do the joke, their brain just freezes and you see their expressions like, oh, what did he just say? I need to process this information. And then another half second passes and it hits them. What stupidity I just said, and they look at me like, oh god, I can't believe you've done that. And I love seeing the disappointment on people's faces. So,
still do.
Yeah, if anyone wants to collab with me in the future, you know what to expect. Terrible humor. Nah, but in all... Yeah, terrible humor is the best, I agree. But in all seriousness, my main goal, while what I'm working towards in everything, is to become a successful...
Watashi mo Nihongo ga jouzu de wa arimasen. Dakara, motto Nihongo o... I don't know. Don't know the Maruen. It's so small. Is that Renshu... what? Ben... I don't know that kanji. O kanji teimasu yo. Hi.
Author...
But present...
Yeah, I can see your
Renshu.
disappointed face.
Renshu teimasu yo. Hi.
Just like I can imagine them. Yeah. I'm imagining a huge crowd of people in front of me. A huge crowd. 10 or 20 people. I can check how many people are watching, but I won't do it. Hello, Suzuki. I won't check how many people are watching, but I'm imagining a crowd. And when I speak, everyone just... you can hear the echoes of all face palms simultaneously. But
No,
yeah,
you
my
can
goal
make
is
me
to
suffer, don't worry.
become... yeah, disappointed face.
Oh, and by the way, tell me if when I speak over Fernando it's very confusing or not, because in my side it's working. I don't know if it's better to pause or to just speak. You whistle, you... Oh, and now...
Suzuki is making a joke because sometimes...
Past Fernando, don't explain it. Don't interrupt your debut, because this is one of the moments I was skipping when I saw it. And I was like, don't interrupt your debut to explain an inside joke between you and Suzuki. Why face things like that?
Times when I'm laughing so hard, I start whistling, that kind of whistling. Yeah, the whole population of Portugal is watching. I hope not, because I would be very nervous. So I will go on to the next slide. Woo! This one is a slide I like.
Yes.
Which is talking about what I like. And since I love books and
so many
writing and
now.
everything, the best way to present you what I like, of course, is to talk about what is on the bookshelf behind me. Going one shelf at a time. I mean, the top shelf is one of the least impressive ones, because
Has more stuff now.
I'm just reading chat. Yeah, you facepalming and liking the joke. Yes, it is important to like what you like,
Hello,
but, but also to like to talk about what exactly.
I wish I could sing it
My mind
properly, but yes,
I need to get used to this.
JoJo references, but yeah, managing chat is definitely one of the things I got a lot better. It's one of the things. I mean, you can train communication, you can train speaking. Nothing in your life before streaming trains you to handle chat while streaming. And hello, Brother Paradise. I'm. Let's go the bookshelf. Let's go the
Bookshelf merch. That's a keychain with a bookshelf. That's actually a good idea. But I need to find the balance still between when I should be looking at chat, when I should be going forward. I'm kind of doing my own thing, see what works. It's my first stream, and one of my main goals is to become better at this. So I'm still struggling to find a balance, so bear with me and feel free to give me feedback even on the comments of the stream that I will publish all votes. Yes, I've only started 15 minutes ago and I have the first meme, the bookshelf merch. This is where whose idea was it? Zumu, thank you very much. You already created the first channel meme, which is something I really wanted, the channel memes. So, with the bookshelf body peel. Let's start. Bookshelf. Thank you very much. Let's talk about the bookshelf. The top shelf, it's one of the least... it's one of the things I thought about. It was like, oh, I need to take notes during the stream. But then I'm like, wait, I have a VOD and it will be published. I can just check the stream later and check the memes. Oh, and I was starting to feel like it. Still have the same water bottle. But no, I don't use the bottled water during the streams. It's tea. One of the things that have changed. Bookshelf channel, bookshelf body pillow. That's one of the things that that I need to do in the future. Maybe not at 1K, because when I reach 1K it's when monetization starts, but once the channel starts rolling, I need to start thinking about silly merch. Bukushere Fuchan. It's time to get hydrated, really important. I am not sponsored by water, but I love water. So, now it's tea. Yeah. Still onto the bookshelf, by the way. The top shelf, it's the hardest one to reach. So, that's where I put I won't say least important stuff. Yeah, I can make highlights, but it's the last one I prepared. And so, what I like, you can see Dungeons... It's hard for me to point left or right because it's not mirrored, but you can see Dungeons and Dragons, manuals. Well, you were talking about Set Suzuki. When I was noticing, comparing the previous bookshelf to the new, I want to make a stream like that, exactly. I want to make a stream talking like the lore of the bookshelf, a stream... You should get that water promotion. It's like K-drama sponsor saying with all the effects. The CEO of Water wants to send you an email. Exactly. Yeah, the effects. Whoa, and then the camera zooming, and I start drinking, and then my sparkling hair and everything, watering bio. But I want to make a stream with talking about the merch, and my birthday is coming next month. And I will receive more merch for my birthday, so maybe that will be a good time to talk about the lore of the bookshelf. You can see Warhammer sponsorship with Luz. You can see Warhammer books. You can see a book by Murakami, which was a gift. I still need to read it. I still need to read it. Present Fernand, you said that you are going to read that book this year by Haruki Murakami. That's one of the things you need to do. Books on the top shelf, I have not yet read them. I've read a Warhammer. I still have to read a Game of Thrones. Yeah, I know. Someone who is talking about fantasy and he hasn't read Game of Thrones yet. I know. I'm sorry. But let's move on to you have some... Oh, that's what I like about the bookshelf. It has a little bit of everything, so I can talk about everything. Murakami book, it's Em Busca do Carneiro Selvagem. I'm not sure what's the English name for it. In Search of the Wild Sheep? Lamb? Cesar there. I don't know. He sometimes shows hello, up. Hello, Cesar, and thank you very much for showing up. And at the far end of the bookshelf, you can see some Go study books, Go the Japanese board game, and Asian board game. It's, origins are Chinese, and it's also another one of my hobbies. Oh, nice! I'm probably beginning it after like 2 or 3 more books. No, you aren't. So you can see this is not updated on the picture. The latest book by Brandon Sanderson. this is what I'm reading now. I only read a little bit. I am loving this book.
It's so good.
I could just make a stream now. I only read like 30 pages. I could spend a whole hour already talking about this book.
Yes.
But let's not get distracted. I'm sorry. I want to give you the full TheNando experience already, so you can know what to expect. And these kind of side quests, side stories, and talking about other things, it's part of what you can expect from my channel. Yeah, the cover's amazing just by opening the first page.
It was at this moment he knew. Exactly.
The interior and everything. It's just so beautiful, and it has some illustrations as well. I'm sorry, this is hard. It's just so beautiful, this book, and the writing is also extremely beautiful.
Dude, get on with the
I will go
debut.
to it in a
Leave
minute.
the book for another day.
Brandon Sanderson is my favorite author, and I feel like this book is just him playing off to his strengths. It's really good.
Dice to awesome art, yes. The cover is amazing, I agree. Past Zoom
one
and
of the
past
first ones,
Maru.
because I don't want to
Oh,
spoil
but by the way,
anyone.
I am cringing at my past self. I hope some of you at least see some messages in chat, and you also cringe at your past self. I don't want to be suffering alone.
Where are...
So far, I don't see anything.
Okay. And it has like some very...
Don't bully Buster.
Okay.
I'm the only one who's allowed to
like
bully Buster
realistic style illustrations of the fantasy world, and yeah, it's a really awesome book.
But
It
he's
came
doing
out
his
like
best.
last month, and I'm already reading it and loving it.
Always cringy. And
So onwards,
I want to do that thing like a year from now, another TheNando here in the bottom and reacting to the reaction and reaction to the reaction. And each year I look younger this year. I want to look even younger next year. Like suddenly it will be like 18-year-olds for TheNando. I cringe at my present self exactly. Same.
I've 5 minutes talking about the top shelf, and I say it's the least important shelf. I need to quicken my pace. So second shelf.
So
You have
said so many
Digimon
times.
collectible stamps. I don't know the
Not
correct term for
stamps.
cromos in English.
Cromos,
From
exactly.
when I was a kid. You have ReZero, the light novel. I have all of those who have already
Now there are
released
more
in English,
of
and
them.
I love ReZero. It's one of my favorite. Yeah, this is the whip shelf, of course. You have some. Yeah, 20 minutes in and you already convinced me to buy a book. That's my job. Yeah, Zumo, you see Hololive and you are correct. I wanted like, okay, what can I put on my bookshelf to display that I like Hololive?
And now I have
some
some more.
Weissschwarz. Sorry, I'm pronouncing German words. I'm horrible at
Look at this.
German.
So much
Yeah,
Hololive
Rhythm of
merch.
War. I have no space on the other shelves. So, I have some card games from, some collectible cards from Hololive.
much
I love
Hololive merch
VTubers
now.
and I follow especially Hololive
Now see more
VTubers.
Hololive, exactly.
So yeah, I could probably do 8 or 10 hour stream talking about VTubers, but we'll get there. That's not the purpose of my first
Chica as
stream.
well,
I
exactly.
also
Kali.
considered during a lot of time to being a VTuber, and for me it's strange to talk about this to chat, because I know
Goombas.
people from chat and it's such a different group. I know people who are like, we all know what VTubers are,
There's
but there
no
are
such
also
thing as
people
too
who
much Hololive,
know very
exactly.
little or almost nothing, so maybe it will be one of the topics of one of my future streams. I have this small...
You did make a stream, but now this year you're going to make more Age of Empires content, but also more VTuber related content. But yeah, here's Chica for you, Suzuki.
amulet I bought, this charm I bought when I was in Japan 3 years ago. I have
4 years ago.
figure of Chica from Kaguya-sama Love is War, small figure from Naruto which I bought like 10 years ago. I have it forever.
At my
and
first
then
Uber anime.
these last 2 books are by Brandon Sanderson. One is like a leather-bound signed copy. I think
Signed.
I don't need to point, you can see which one it is, and it's like one of my most prized possessions. And yeah, got your guilty pleasures, VTubers, I know. And the other one is Rhythm of War,
Oh,
which
hello,
I haven't
Tom.
read yet. I need
Hello, Tonton. Welcome and thank you very much. I'm cringing at my past self. Present self is much more interesting.
to read that book. It's from my favorite series, and I haven't gotten to.
Oh, I haven't. I've talked about reading the book from Murakami. I haven't also read Rhythm of War yet. Stop exposing me like that. I need to read them before the 2-year anniversary. I need to get to them.
Do it yet. So, I think that's it for this shelf. Oh, and if you have any questions about anything, feel free to ask. Yeah, Warlocker is doing research on VTubers. Of course, the VTubers I've chosen to display are just some of my favorite: Okayo Korone, Hosho Marin, Mori Calliope, Orocroni, but I love Suisse and Miko. I've started.
I was about to say, if you say one name, you keep, or two, you keep at 1 or 2. If you say 5, you say the 7. Good on you, past Fernando.
Saying the name, so now I would feel bad if I didn't say all of them, but
I'm coherent. I've changed in good ways, but at least the Fernando soul is. Hello, Afonso. It's you. You're also there. The great researcher, VTuber researcher.
I follow a lot more VTubers. So next slide.
So
this is the Brandon Sanderson shelf with a random ReZero book lying down because it's the one I'm currently reading.
I've read.
And yeah, you can
ReZero. I read a lot. You can't judge me. Hearing Fernando 2 times was cursed. I know.
See, I love Brandon Sanderson from this shelf. I spoke about Naruto. I told it was a small figure I bought 10 years ago. You need to pay attention. You are my mod, Kratos. Nothing can slip by you.
Yeah, but you could have told that the Naruto was purchased in your first Iber anime. You could have said more things past Fernando. Kratos is right. Twice as many whistles.
This is the Brandon Sanderson shelf.
As you can see, now I have 2. Now I can shame Zumo and I can shame Kratos.
Spilled over to the other shelves because I have a lot of books by Brandon Sanderson and he writes a lot. And I also
and I know Kratos because of work reasons he can't be here today. But yeah, bullying Kratos since the start. That's the only reason why he isn't here, because this is he's a very important figure on the channel.
So you have here the books I love. I will talk about them probably a lot more another time. You have some Magic the Gathering cards. As I say, I love collectible card games, and these were some of the cards I have from my childhood. I have some Warhammer figurines. I'm still very, very...
I will do that, Afonso. The horrible jokes. Kratos is a target, he's our big brother. Kratos Taniki.
New
this is Naruto. Naruto is my favorite Hololive VTuber.
Naruto is actually something you can eat, yeah. There's the Naruto thingies you put in the ramen. I think it's fish cake. You have the Warhammer figures, which I'm painting. For those of you who don't know what Warhammer is, it's like a really expensive sci-fi, dark, horrible, everything is bad, everything is depressing kind of sci-fi setting. And it's one of the classic board games where you...
I also need to paint more Warhammer figures.
You buy and paint it and assemble and paint these little figurines.
The pronunciation.
Bookshelf podcast. Yeah, true. And this is my power level with just a single bookshelf. Imagine if I had a whole wall of bookshelves, which is like the...
It's getting there. It's getting there. Past Fernando, you foreshadow it.
The dream.
The dream.
You would have to spend like... It will be a 20-hour stream. So, Warhammer figures, which like a sci-fi setting, and I'm still very new into Warhammer. I've painted some figures, but it's a good hobby. It's a good distraction. It's good if you don't do a lot of things with your hands. Yeah, you are commenting bookshelves. Your bookshelves are also amazing, Sharp C student.
Yes, Sharp C student's bookshelves.
They are really, really good.
The grew so fast 1 year old and already for reaction content.
And yes, the Brandon Sanderson books.
I mean,
This is the only reaction content I did in an entire year. So, next shelf, only 2 more to go, don't worry guys.
Wheel of Time.
Okay, and a mess. Wheel of Time, and some messy things. I've
seen some VTubers reacting to their past selves and they are surprised that I'll say the exact same things I'm repeating so much. Wheel of Time and a mess, Wheel of Time and a mess, I love this. Don't enable me. Oh, you know, Maro, I never, at least me, I never judge a shit post. Even he skips the reaction to the reaction and just sends directly a reaction to the reaction of the reaction. For digits.
I could put, like, create something artificial. Oh, I usually leave these things there, but let me remove them and present a clean shelf for the stream. But I mean, I'm giving you the true experience. If I didn't have some random things like a screwdriver or something lying around, I would be lying to myself and to my viewers, and I don't want to do that on my first stream. So you have here the...
I love how Mari's like, don't enable me, and the entire chat is like, shit post, shit post, shit post.
the mess.
I'm so proud of this community. These are the moments that touch me.
And then the Wheel of Time books, which, for those of you who don't know, Wheel of Time is one of the biggest book series there is. It's huge. You can see the size of each book and how it's like 4 million words, more or less, the whole series. And I finished it last year. It's, yeah, random messes are too... I finished it last year, the Wheel of Time series, and it's so good. It's like another one of my future streams will probably be the Wheel of Time.
I'm so better at talking.
I mean, one thing is me, other thing is how I treat my books. You can't imagine, Krantost, how much it frustrates me that I have to put 3 books horizontally. I wanted to have them all fitting together, and it's like one of my... I have to look at this every day, and I don't have the... Because you can see it quite clearly in the picture, but there's they line up the covers to make one of the symbols of the Wheel of Time.
I hit the mic again, I think.
Yeah, I need a bigger bookshelf for sure. And now,
don't pressure. Supporting is one thing, but don't pressure Maro. And jokes and these kind of things can't be rushed. They come from the soul. You can't have they don't hit when the crowd is wanting and everything. That inhibits it. Don't pressure. Don't try. Shit posting is a part of nature. You can't create it artificially. You can't create it. You can't. If you try to tame it instead of... Yeah, exactly. You need to get into the zone. If you try to tame it, it will escape. You need to surrender yourself. Let it flow. Shitpost comes from the soul.
Shelf. It's like the top one. It's like... I don't want to kneel to pick up the books, so the top and the bottom one, the hardest one to reach, are the less privileged ones. But yeah, I have Anders. I read this series as a kid,
yeah,
and I loved it, and now I remember nothing from it. I know, even if I wanted to give my opinion as a writer, if it's good or it's bad, I can't. I don't know what happened. I think it was around at the time when I got into books and I was like, oh, I need to finish this book in 1 week, and I spent the whole day reading, and I did read fast, but I forgot a lot of things. Then you have the books from Aragon. I think the first one is not there because I lent it to someone and it never came back. And then you have the Portuguese editions of Tolkien, of course. Do people actually put books on their bookshelves? Of course, they are not just for anime merch, they can also be used to store books. I know it's curious, but it's true. Let me just get another sip of my water. A toast to you. And I think that's it for the bookshelf. Anyone have any questions? I will feel bad if anyone has questions because I spend so much time on this slide, but if you have any question, feel free to... Oh, nice! I didn't remember that I lent you. Do you have to clean... I mean, yes. If I have to clean it often, yes. If I do clean it often, I should do it more often. Yeah,
I do it quite often now.
There are people who recommend don't storing books on the place you sleep, because books are amazing at gathering dust. It's one of the they capture the dust and you need to clean them off. Yeah, it's one of the problems of books is they are dust magnets. Even if you clean everything, you are like, even if I put a glass around it and everything, completely seal the environment, I would arrive the next day and dust would have found a way. Summer with the water. I have no idea how my sound is going through.
It's going fine, you have a good mic.
Just going off the tracks again.
For the first stream, you are doing a great job. I told you before, and I say it again. I will criticize you, but you are doing great for the first stream.
It's one of the things I thought about a lot. It's like, okay, am I going to watch the VOD later? Or won't I be able to do it? Because it's like, okay, the stream went well, and then
I'm watching the VOD. This is the first time I'm watching this VOD, honestly. This is the first time.
And I see myself and it's like, oh god, it's so cringe. Why did you do that? Why did the audio pick that up? So I still need to decide if I will check, but probably I'll get used to the VOD and check in the stream and I will probably see it. Remember to breathe, it's something I'm talking about.
Thank you very much, Sumo. These reaction channels just watching other people's content and barely making any comments. Shake my head. I regret not having been present in the debut stream of this channel. Just here is by explain. Book cleaning is one of the most wonderful processes I've seen. And it's, as I said, I have no experience in doing React content. I feel like, of course, we talk about different types of content creators, and it's like everything. React channels get a bad name because there's a lot of quote-unquote bad React channels. But you can be a good React streamer, I believe, and I got distracted. You can make a good React channel and you can be a good React streamer. And I don't have any experience at all. This is my first reaction stream. I tried it once and I hated it, to be honest. Every time he whistles, he can power up an entire country, make more jokes. For me, I feel like this is easier. I feel like if it was a reaction with to another thing, I won't be having this much of a good time. But since it's reacting to that great guy there in the corner, it makes it easier for me. A lot and drink water and breathing. They are two important things to keep in mind. So that concludes the bookshelf. I have the spoiler. I was going to see what the next slide was. And now it's a good slide because it's the slides I prepared intentionally to get sidetracked. So I've been getting sidetracked all this time. Everyone,
here you go, guys. It's the bookshelf.
I don't check my viewership as I stream, and now if I did it, it would be leaked onto the stream. But the bookshelf part of the reaction is over. Now my viewership will go. Drink water and breathing, two important things. I have many great quotes.
Again. I've been getting sidetracked this whole time, and I prepared this slide to be a story time, to be the sidetracked. Yeah, it's normal.
Zumo, I think you said that exact same thing today as well. It's normal to cringe at past streams, don't worry.
To cringe at past streams. And I mean, it's good to cringe at past streams because also, if like 1 year from now I do let's review my first stream and I facepalm, it means that I've just gotten a lot better and I can identify what I did wrong.
This is so meta.
Well, a lot better. So, yeah, cringing at your past self is also a sign of character development. I could say personal growth, but to share my animalist page another time. So, how I became a writer. And this story, I don't know if Filippo is still here. The other day on his stream, we were talking about like how events are chained and how things... Yeah, you were talking about on your stream of how things are chained, the cause and effect, how everything is linked. And this story proves it. This is the story of how I became interested in becoming a writer.
I can process them.
And yeah, the chain of events. And it's a random story, but it's 100% truth. So, how did my career as a writer started?
Minecraft.
Watching a Minecraft video in 2010 about a YouTube channel named TheNando. I haven't seen any video from him in ages, but I was on a vacation. All I had was my laptop. No, it was not my laptop. It was someone else's laptop, so no game.
It was such a boring vacation, but it was good because this came out from that vacation.
It was at the time that YouTube wasn't still what it is today, and I was checking random videos. And this random video of someone singing about a chicken in Minecraft, in 2010 was one of the key moments, because
I need to reveal that, Suzuki. One day I need to reveal the Naruto ending that I made. I made a video when I was younger, and it's like my animation. Yes, I need to. I don't know if I know that I've talked about it on this channel. I need to show that video. It's such a hidden gem. The kid Fernando drawing in paint the secret ending to Naruto.
Because I was looking at the guy singing about Minecraft and
some
chicken
people
and everything, and I was like, oh, this game, Minecraft, it looks amazing. I was like, I don't know if people know this game yet, but this has, and history has proven me correct. At the time I was like, this game has such a huge potential. This game, I love it, and I got obsessed with Minecraft content. So yeah, this first video took me into Minecraft and YouTube, and then a very obscure game, Minecraft. And then this video showed up on my recommended, which is a series by Yogscast, which is a British network of content.
I was thinking about the Yogscast the other day. I have no idea because I haven't seen their content. Of course, nowadays most of my brain is consumed by Age of Empires or VTubers. I need to check up on how the Yogscast. Watch it in 2014, and it still baffles me how you got so many things right. And I don't know if you know that story about the cup, the soccer cup. I don't know if it was an European Cup or a World Cup, where I said, oh, the final will be Croatia versus France. And everybody was like, what are you saying? And it actually was. Either by logic or by randomness, I don't know why, I do guess a lot of things right. I'm like those... Oh, remember the meme of the octopus that guesses the games? Isn't the Spiffing Brit from the Yogscast? Yes, but he's very recent from the Yogscast time. But yes, he's part of the Yogscast. At first they were a WoW guild, then they become like a network, and then they grew. And yes, Briefing Brit is part of that group, exactly. Creators, and they were... And I saw this video, they were creating like a narrative in Minecraft, and I got hooked on it. I saw at 2011, now, once again, Minecraft Chicken, best writer of all time. Once again, I have no idea how... I mean, hello Rodrigo, I'm reacting to younger Fernando who looks like he was older Fernando. I'm denying what you said 2 years ago that will happen to my future self. I hope my prediction for you, Afonso, is incorrect. I really hope. Hope you're doing well, and congrats on... Oh, I'm doing great. I'm... Please make Nostranandus. Yes, oh yeah, Suzuki said Nostranandus. I love the sound of that. Okay, I need to... When I react to this reaction, I have more memes to store. Nostranandus.
I see some posts, but I don't know how the Yogscast are doing lately. I got hooked on their videos. Yeah, the guys who know who the Bristol Pusher is. So, TheNando, Minecraft YouTube, Yogscast. And Yogscast led me into a small group within them, which are called Hat Films. And Hat Films published a video on 2015, I know, quite a time jump, which was a Pokemon shredding quiz. So, this video was a quiz where they were asking, it was the birthday of one...
By the way, just a fun fact, before I streamed Age of Empires, just so I can tell people, okay, why do you stream so much Age of Empires? Before I streamed Age of Empires, this stream was by a long time the biggest stream on my channel. Now almost all of my Age of Empires streams did better than this one. This is like to it. And I'm glad, because I don't want my first stream to be my best stream. I don't want to peak at the start. I want to keep growing and growing. And Age of Empires has brought a lot of growth to the channel. One of them, and they were asking questions. And the guy had to reply. If he got the answer right, he received a Pokemon card. If he got it wrong, the card got shredded. That was the premise. And when I was watching this video, there was one of the questions which were, from the Mistborn series, name 3 elementic metals. And this, it's at the 10 minutes 25 seconds. Yeah, I love doing this story time. So, 10 minutes 25, I need to do more. I feel like sometimes the serious presentations don't do as well in the channel, but I should do more like story times, sharing stories, talking in a more casual format. I'm enjoying actually the story from past TheNando. Good preparation. Seconds, from the Mistborn series, name 3 elementic metals. And I don't know why, I don't know what happened. That term, elementic metals, stuck with me. I was like, what is an elementic metal? What is this? This is so... I never heard this word before, but for some reason it got stuck with me. And that we'll get there, Suzuki. That's the part that will make me be sad at the presentation. I want to send my book, but I've been working on so much thing and the book is frozen. And I know I have a lot of artists in chat and everything, and people know what it's like to suffer through. It's one thing to take a voluntary hiatus, it's another thing to have a hiatus that you don't want to have, basically. And I think a lot of people here unfortunately can relate to that feeling. Then I started Googling elementic metals. I found out, oh, elementic metals are part of the Mistborn series written by Brandon Sanderson, and I was like, I have no idea what this is, but I don't know why I'm interested. I ordered all books of the Mistborn, and that's what started my writing career. I still have these moments I had a while ago when my brain starts buffering and I'm like, that still happens to me. That's relatable. That's not... I got distracted by chat. I was talking in autopilot. The next slide will show the role Brandon Sanderson has in my writing career. But the curious thing is, and this is lore about myself that I discovered while researching for my debut, I was going through the questions, and this question is about Mistborn, which is a pillar of inspiration for me. But the question right before this one is, from the Stormlight Archive, name both of Dalinar's sons. I didn't fix this question. I was like, what the hell is Stormlight Archive? What the hell is... who the hell is Dalinar? Who are their sons? This question, I forgot it. But now, this is my... Stormlight Archive is my favorite book series. And this video talked about it and I had no idea. And while doing the research, I was checking the questions and this question popped up and I was like, I can't believe this. This was the first time I got exposed. I thought Mistborn was my first exposure to Brandon Sanderson, but it turns out it was Stormlight Archive, and Stormlight Archive is my favorite book series. So, Headstones took me to Brandon Sanderson, and in 2015 I read the Mistborn trilogy. And when I read the Mistborn trilogy, a question popped into my mind. Maybe since I was a kid, I loved creating stories and everything. Like, I wanted to create a manga or anything. I loved storytelling, creating stories, creating worlds. I have 2 pages of a manga I did actually. I need to share that one day. Of course, the art is terrible and it's 2 pages, it shows nothing. I need to share the 2 pages of manga I did as a kid. I even tried to create my own manga, but I was like, oh, this is so hard. This is impossible. How can people create manga? This is... relatable. How can people create manga? I still don't understand. It's impossible. How are mangakas real? I mean, writing books is hard, but mangas? How I still don't know. Of course, I have no... I trained a bit drawing, but I have no experience, but I wanted to... Yeah, you remember Kratos, the manga. I had stories, but I had no way of telling them. But when I read the Mistborn trilogy, I follow is associated since a kid because of school and everything. Like, books are awesome, but at the same time, they are extremely boring. That was...
How do you create manga? Yes, it's impossible. How is it done? Was my view as a kid. For example, I love Lord of the Rings, but it had those descriptions, that complicated text, and I was like, I love this, but I hate it at the same time.
It's heavy.
When I read the Mistborn trilogy, that
especially for a foreign speaker,
ocean ended. I was like, how can a book be just good? This is not boring at all. This is just amazing from start to finish. What is this? I've been trying to read other fantasy books, and at the time, and I didn't like them. But then I read Mistborn.
A bad book to read at first.
You don't see Love Nando's book if you haven't read the manga. Exactly. I read Mistborn and it's like, this is just amazing. And the question popped into my mind, which was, maybe I should become a writer. This book planted... That's why I'm so thankful for Brandon Sanderson, because I love how it's my passion. And he planted the first seed
President Fernando lost
become a writer.
I love
after the Mistborn
talking
trilogy,
with hands.
I read The Way of Kings in around 2017. I was a slow reader at this time. I was fast reader, then slow reader, now I'm average reader. And so in 2017, I read The Way of Kings, my favorite book of all time.
Back then is still great. Yeah, you kept.
And when I read The Way of Kings... Yeah, I know you are reading this book as well. Don Sebastian does not show up in Mistborn. I think it's a missed opportunity there. But when I read The Way of Kings,
it was a missed opportunity to don't have Don Sebastian in Mistborn. It's like Porto wine.
I stopped thinking maybe I should become a writer. I love the book so much, it was like, no, I want to create stories like this. I want to create worlds like this. This is amazing. I want to give people the same experience I'm having while reading this book. So that's why I say Brandon Sanderson is one of the pillars. He's the one who made me become a writer. And as you can see, this chain of events started with a YouTuber singing to chickens in Minecraft, and it ended with me becoming a writer. So it's a funny thing. I just recently became a content creator. This is my first stream, but it's funny how people, and you don't have to be a content creator.
Back then, young Fernando, you look older than me. Young Fernando, who looks like my senpai, you had no idea how much you are going to enjoy content creation. You are really going to grow and enjoy content creation a lot more than you had that dream for a long time, and sometimes when people try out their dreams they get disappointed. You will enjoy content creation a lot more than what you expect.
Creator, just doing
spoiler alert for past
writing and everything. It's awesome to think you are doing something inconsequential.
Yeah, to create a manga you need hands, coffee, Clip Studio Paint, magic, and I don't know, creating mangas is hard. I have a lot of respect for mangakas.
And maybe you are causing a change in someone's life. I bet the guy who sung to chickens never thought, oh, I will make a Portuguese guy become a writer because I'm singing to chickens in Minecraft. And all those links in the chain, they all contributed to it.
And hello, Zerzon, and welcome to the stream. If only there was... Yes, we here have that problem a lot. And I love my hobbies. The power of love and Oshinoko. I love my hobbies, but time...
And yeah, it's amazing. That's why I wanted to share this story, and I have some interesting stories. This is one of them. Yeah, I have a good memory. I have a good memory for useless things. If you say something important to me, I will forget it right away. If it's useless information, it all gets stuck in here.
That's so true.
Chicken trap and festivities. Exactly. You also remember that amazing singing video.
Also from back then.
Yeah, I remember all kinds of useless things. So, on to the next slide.
If there was more time in the day, I will procrastinate more time. That can also be relatable. Oh no, don't reveal the shame past Fernando, because this slide keeps being the same.
This is the great slide. I can't even remember what I had for lunch. What did I have for...
Now I'm curious. I wonder what Fernando had for lunch a year ago. For dinner tonight, what did I have for dinner? Oh, it was pastéis chaves. It was basically some how do I say it? How do I describe this in English? It's basically pastry with meat. It's good.
For lunch. I need to focus on the slides. There's a time I will have streams talking about lunch. This is not the time. So, my published work. And this is the most depressing...
Like how you were in the same pose as past Fernando. As I said, that's not intentional at all.
slide of the presentation. This is it. This is...
It's still... A year has passed and you still have no published work, Fernando. Why?
This is my published work. It's this list over there. I am yet to be published. I know if you read my channel description, you already knew the spoilers. But yeah.
Beef pastries, exactly.
I have written things. I've written things I love. I'm very proud of some of the things I've written, but I have not yet published. The main reason is I currently have very demanding work.
I mean, I have published papers, scientific papers, but that's not the kind of publishing that I want in life, just to make this section a bit more full. Martin, I can imagine. I love the art there. It's quite beautiful.
And I
yes, some positivity
and
here.
I could try to balance both things, but let me just get another sip of water. Bookshelf and water fans, get ready. But
synchronized sipping.
I could try to balance both things and balance streaming and everything. But nowadays we all know that mental health and everything and keeping a balanced life is one of the most important things. Who is doing it, guys? And if I try to my book, my first fantasy.
No, Pastéis de Chaves, Key Cakes was today. I have no idea what I had a year ago. Imagine mentioning your book followed by a paper about degrees of freedom and Hamiltonian mechanics speak. I don't know. I know a lot about a lot of memes. The cat memes are not my expertise. Happy, happy, happy. No, let's not go down that rabbit hole for now.
The book, which I'm really proud of, is almost TheNando.
By the way, for a year from now, I will probably be reacting to this stream. So, sorry future Fernando, I know you will cringe a lot at this moment that just happened, a lot. So this is my public apology to public Fernando and to public Fernando, to future Fernando and to everyone who will be in chat a year from now. Sorry about this moment. It was chat, it's chat's fault. I do my best, but they derail me. I mean, the happy cat is something.
Is almost finished. I sent it to some people who have read it already, and they gave me feedback. And
but for
I could publish it as is, but I think they gave me some things that are so easy to change, and they will improve.
They are easy to change. Then do it. Just do it. Finish your damn book.
The book so drastically that I can't publish my book yet. I don't want to get stuck in a loop of.
Oh yes, a year from now I will react to this stream. I'm quite sure I will do it. I want to start... It will look like when you open OBS and a recording appears. I want to reach the point where it's just a tiny Fernando and we see all of the boxes.
Constantly.
And I keep pausing so the stream is growing. It will be a... 20 years from now, it will be a 24-hour stream. Me reaction to my reaction to my reaction to my reaction to my reaction... Yada yada yada.
It changed.
And the audio will be a mess. You will have like a stereo sound of a Fernando speaking and another overlapping. Amazing.
And never publishing, no.
Nandoverse.
But I feel like with just a little bit of effort, I can improve it a lot. And I want to do that.
I want to see what it will look like 10 years ago. I'm not the only one mixing the past and the present and the future, I see.
A little bit of effort. So I have a book completely written, but I haven't published. I need time to do it, and since I have to balance with my work, I want to finish this contract first, and then I will dedicate. Okay,
finish the contract,
please. For a while, you will be full-time dedicated to this book. You will finish this, you will publish it, and that is my goal. So I have no published works. but I have many yet to be published works. Aha,
And I
just
still
a little
have-
change, and it becomes from a sad slide into a positive one. So, I want to start right. I have some small things written, of course. My book, my focus will be
I'm not a
creating
huge fan of
fantasy
my
stories.
short
It's what I
works.
love to read. It's what I love to write.
I'm
World
doing
building and
shorter works,
everything.
like 60
and short
pages,
stories can
But 1 or
do
2
that.
pages, I'm not
But
the greatest
It's
fan.
a good way for me to practice. It's a good way for me to expose my work before I create something huge. So this year you can expect me to release online 1 or 2 for free, of course. Anyone can read it,
Slide
anyone
on
can
my
download
slide
it. Some small things online. So a writer has to write. Yeah, I think it's in the definition.
You won't publish
So,
it in 2024.
by
I think you will
2024,
publish another
I want
thing,
to
but not
publish
that
my,
one.
my book in Portuguese. That is, it's currently written in Portuguese, and
I don't
at,
believe
at least
2024
before
will
this
be
year ends, 2024, I want to have that book published. I want everyone who is currently watching the stream and I want to read that guy's book just needs to go somewhere or online or anything and get my book. Next
Too
year it's my goal.
optimistic.
So I'm here saying I'm a writer, and at least for a whole year you still won't have any books from me. I'm sorry. No one wants my books to be published more than myself.
Exactly.
So, after this book is finished, I really want to translate.
You want to have your books translated by... Dude, this guy's a joke.
Into English and into Japanese. Into English, it will be... I'd say it will be easy. It will not be easy. Taking care of the logistics, finding a... concerns for future me. But yeah, and I'm talking long-term goals. This is like 2 years from now. I really wished my
They fly
novel
by.
was translated into English and Japanese.
They
and
fly by so fast.
other languages, of course, as well.
The
English
2
and
years.
Japanese, because it are the ones I know. That's a good question, and I will get there in 1 or 2 more slides. Currently, there's nothing that nowhere. It's basically where you can see. But one of my next goals, it's one of the
Bullying my
following
past
slides.
self,
is
exactly.
I want to create a website and create a platform where I can share my works. It's one of my first concern now was, okay, start streaming and start doing this. And my next goal,
Don't call me realistic you. I will never be realistic me. I hope realistic me never becomes a thing. It's dreamer you versus dreamer you who knows a little bit more. But calling me realistic, I'm crazy. I love that in the past, Fernando also was writing a book in Japanese after saying manga. No, I'm not talking about writing in Japanese. I'm talking about hirings. I was not that much of a dreamer. I'm talking about paying someone to translate it into Japanese. And I've talked to people about that. I will not write a book in Japanese.
is okay,
I'm not
create a
that
website
insane.
and share your content. So yeah, but I'm
crazy.
I don't know everyone in chat. I know who you are. I can send you some things. No, send me a sample on the guy. We will talk about that outside of the stream. But
You won't have your
one of the
sample
things,
yet, sorry.
Talking about more technical
Sorry.
things, one of the things I have a problem with is that I gave my book to people to read and they gave me amazing feedback. Now if I gave the same book to other people to read, I will have the same
late.
amazing feedback, and I want to make the changes, and people who read the first time have their opinions influenced by what they already have. So it's good for me to have people who have not yet seen my book. So when I finish this...
And hello James, welcome to the stream. And yes, I have a huge book, I have it printed right there, but it still isn't published. And this is past self saying it will be published in 2024. I'm looking at 2025 for the book to be published. But yeah, I'm a streamer in Age of Empires, but I want to become a writer, and I'm working hard on that. And I do have some plans. I won't publish that book this year, but I'm going to publish something this year. Something amazing. Changes that I promise. I promised I would do the Concealed Teacup, and I did. I also promised this year I will have something published that's awesome. Future Fernando, when you react to this stream, you'll be like, yes, past Fernando, you did it. Publish the shorts. No, I'm not the short stories, I'm writing a smaller book, like 60k words or 30k words, inside the world of my book. Oh, and thank you so much. I'm very critical of my short stories because I feel like my biggest strength in writing is the character, the world building, and everything. I feel like the narrative of my book, I'm very critical. I think there's some things in my book that can be very weak. The narrative, in my own critical opinion, is amazing, and you can't get a complex narrative in a short work.
It's probably 2024. I can go, oh, here's my book, tell me give me your feedback. So now it's currently not a good time for me to share my book, strategically speaking. I say strategically speaking because my personal wish was like, the book is fine as is, send it to everyone, place it, start printing it, start dropping it from airships, spam this everywhere. That's my wish, but yeah. So, and of course, I added this because I've written this book, and it works as a story. It has a beginning, middle, and end, of course, and I really like how it turned out. But it's the first of a series. This is the first book, and it's clearly the first of the series. You can clearly tell a lot of things are going on. It's basically creating the world to follow. So yeah, my goal is not to create an independent book, it's to create a book series, and I have lots of... the second book is basically completely planned already. I have ideas what the third book will be, the plot, the fourth, the fifth, and so on. But the second one is completely planned.
Yes.
And this is something I also want to do,
and it will probably be published before the actual book, actually.
The future. Some of my readers are like, I love this place on your book, but I wish you explored it a little bit more. But it's like, as a writer, I need to find a balance between everything. Writing is basically finding a balance between exposition, world building, pacing. If you go too fast, it's bad. If you go, it's really a balancing act. Balancing the mood, balancing everything.
Say it very strong.
For me, writing it's basically it, and writing and knowing words and putting words into computer. Brandon Sanderson's characters are in Fortnite, so maybe I'm next. Where was I? Writing, balancing. I completely forgot my train of thought. What have you done, Warlocker?
Oh, yeah, the ones you read. But when I talk about I'm writing a short story, it's not short. It's like 100 pages, and that's Fernando in Fortnite when.
Yeah. I know where I was. So people want me to explore things. I don't have space in my book to explore them. So I want to create some short stories where I explore some little details of my work and I answer some of those questions. And some stories I had to cut from my book, I want to add them into those short stories. And maybe I've thought about it, since my book is so long ago, one of those short stories I could publish for a streamer like this year already, before the main book is published. But those are plans for the future me. Now current plans are survive your stream debut and do a good job.
And now, before talking about the stream rules, we're halfway through the debut because I'm pausing a lot. That's why sometimes I'm not commenting a lot, because I want to also... I did a long debut, 1.5 hours. But yeah, well, we're halfway through and I ruined the stream. Shame. But now I will do a short break, like 5 minutes, and I will be right back. I will put the BGM back, and it should be playing while... And, oh, I didn't ruin the stream. It's time for Bookshelf. Be right back. Hello, hello! Both me and Best Fernando are back, and I have the tiny Maru here. In case you didn't miss it, it's now always there on the bookshelf, the small Maru, and the Viking boat thing is a bookmark from the oh wait, let me also take this and take this exactly. First, the Viking boat thing. That's why I need to make an entire stream dedicated to the bookshelf. The Viking boat thing is a part of the Tapisserie de Bayeux from Normandy. It's basically a historical item, a huge tapestry that talks about a lot that we know about that part of history, about the Normans, the Viking invasions, and everything. Comes from that tapestry. It's a friend of mine, a very good friend of mine, was there in Normandy, and she purchased that bookmark for me and brought it to me as a gift. Then we have here, yes, small Maru, and right next to small Maru is Maru's business card, who is here in chat, a great VTuber and friend of mine, and also next to small Maru is this, which is, as you can see here, Zumu's profile picture, because Zumu is the creator of the 3D model of Small Maru. So that's why these three amazing items are stacked together. But yeah, the stream rules. Nowadays spoilers are not that important because I'm talking about... there's not many spoilers in Age of Empires, but let's check what Pat Fernando had to say about the stream rules. Stream rules, I think it's a bit obvious, or it should be, unfortunately. It's not for everybody. But yeah, it's to be respectful of me and everyone in the chat.
Has
nice
been
to me
awesome,
and everyone in the chat. Oh, and there's one thing I want to point out. When I say be nice to me, in future streams, I will be discussing a lot of things about writing and everything. If you disagree with what I'm saying, please say so and fight me. I want to discuss. I want to expand my horizons. If people think I'm wrong,
saying to the
feel
viewers,
free to tell
fight
me. When
me.
we are debating opinions, when I say be nice, it's not like agree with me at all times. It's don't. You can disagree with me, but do it politely. But yeah, it's one of the things I want in future streams. It depends on the stream, of course. But if I'm exposing my opinions, my view on writing, my view on a piece of work, and you disagree with me, be nice to me. Nice to me. And you disagree with me,
say so stream.
Yeah, say so stream. And you disagree with me, feel free to comment it. Yeah, constructive criticism. Exactly. That's what I'm looking for. And talking is easy until you have to do it for like 1 or 2 hours in a row.
And now you do it for 6 hours in a row and you survive it. Training makes a difference.
I'm starting to feel the maybe, yeah, I mean, it was the rules. Maybe I can take a short break. It's one of the possibilities.
No, I just this
Easy.
one.
So maybe, guys, I will take like a 1 or 2 minute break just to pace myself and everything. I don't want to do it because I feel things are going well, but I should do a short break and be right back in 1 or 2 minutes. Do I have a here's attitude? There will be cookies maybe for myself. If you want, you can grab cookies or your food
I don't
or
like
beverage
to eat in the middle of a stream.
Of choice.
I did it for the concealed teacup because it was long,
Bookshelf-
but I never eat during the breaks.
That's I have a
That's where the idea came from, Sharpsy. It was Sharpsy student who created the bookshelf contemplation break idea. The bookshelf break.
A be right back screen, and it's the same as my opening screen. I originally filmed 3 different...
100% Sumo, 100%. And I'm glad that's why it's a part of the growth. Private Fernando just pulled a tricky on public Fernando deception
things. But when I tested them, only the be right back one worked. So I put that screen for everything. But so now things are configured that way. I have the templates and everything. But for the next stream, I will prepare a bookshelf break mode.
And you can still hear. definitely count on it. So now you'll have the normal be right back screen.
Ah, no, the current one is so much better. This is the start and end screen, it's not the be right back. It's a nice clock. And things haven't disappeared. I also like to reminisce and look how the items are all still here. How long was your break past for? Okay, you're back.
So I'm back. I think everything. I was right. I broke the flow. I was going so well. Let me just get 1 or 2 minutes to get back into it. But yeah, I did a little break. I can see you are talking about the amazing bookshelf, and you asked for when will we have Roblox videos. I won't do Roblox videos, don't worry. But some of those questions I will answer in.
That TheNando had no idea that Age of Empires would be such a big thing in his channel as well.
A bit. So yeah, I was talking about the rules. If you are a regular and, for example, you are misunderstood and be rude by mistake or something, like sometimes it's not easy to communicate. I will never criticize someone for making mistakes. Mistake is humans. Humans make mistakes. It's natural. But
I love how he said mistake is humans. He's saying that humans make mistakes, and he did a mistake while saying that. I love it. All the 11-year-olds are crying in the chat for like so Roblox.
Yeah, you're all reckless too.
Mistakes is human.
But yeah, if like it's your first time showing and you are rude, or if you something, yeah, you will be banned. I have no problems. I have Kradentost has a mod. Kradentost is the meanest guy I know. Nah, he's an awesome guy. But yeah, keep things polite.
And I have Zumu, another of the most mean and rough persons I know. My 2 mods, they have no mercy. Zumu and Kradentost.
Oh, hello, Duarte. Thank you very much.
Oh, Duarte, hello.
So far, I think it's going well. I don't know if the viewers are liking it, but I'm loving the experience of streaming so far. Oh yeah, and ask for permission before writing spoilers. This is not one of the rules I will enforce. Of course, you won't be banned unless you are writing spoilers constantly to annoy people. I won't ban someone from spoiling, and like if you are talking about an old series like spoiling Star Wars or something, yeah, no problem. But I mean, if it's Press and the Emerald Sea, which I'm reading right now, and you spoil it in the chat without asking permissions and everything, or if you spoil any huge book series, yeah, no, don't.
Basically, don't be unpleasant.
Yeah, it's those spamming no harassment, and don't be... Nye. Yeah, don't be nye.
You said nye, it was unpleasant, the word you were looking for.
Ask for permission before writing spoilers. Yeah, Kratos has the oldest comment on this channel, true. And so, next slide. Okay,
don't be a meanie.
Oh, what will I be streaming? This finishes the... Never be nye, exactly.
And it's still, this reference is still, if you check my description, if you check my rules, the don't be nye thing is still there. And this is where it comes from.
Use any negative adjectives. I didn't want to sound mean to people. So nye is my go-to negative adjective. Please make sure not to be nye. Exactly. And I mean, I have people from Portugal and from other places watching, so nye, it's a universal adjective. It transcends all boundaries of language.
Exactly.
So, I'm just looking at my notes here. I finished the part where I talk about myself, and I will talk about more of the stream itself. So, what can you expect from the stream?
It's so strange also to see. I feel like nowadays I never stream with a jacket on. I don't remember the last time I streamed wearing a jacket. And past TheNando is wearing a jacket. Do you still use notes? Yes. Not for this stream. I don't have any notes for this stream. But for example, for the Age of Empires streams, for the Concealed Teacup, I had a lot of notes. I'm looking for some who are not... Yeah, I have... These are all notes so I could remember the players and such. This is like the structure for the last stream. I have the player spawns, I have a whole array of notes, and I navigated through the notes. All of these papers, these are my notes for the concealed teacup. So yeah, I still use notes and I organize them better. And this, I wrote this during my second stream. Basically it's like my stream setup. Open YouTube, open OBS. This sheet has been unchanged for like a year. It's like the steps to make sure. Set volume at this, configure chat, open this, set screen to that, verify the lights, verify if your clothes are clean and everything. Look at the time. I have the steps there. It's like, if I'm super tired, I just follow the list. Have water. Turn on this light. I have everything here written step by step. I wouldn't survive without notes. I don't script my content, but I do take a lot of notes. Chatting, just talking, that's kind of what I'm doing. More of a React content, but the scene type will be this. Me talking, chatting with you guys, living with Grace notes, yeah. Having a good time with the chat, me just talking unless my throat gets tired. I need to notes for future self. Prepare some tea with honey and ginger or something like that
the birth
for the
of the
days
tea.
of the stream. I feel like I will need it.
This is the moment where tea started.
Talking, and even though this stream is about myself, I want to the talk to be like around a specific topic. Like, okay, next week we are going to talk about this series, or we are going to talk about character writing. It could be a series, it can be a concept, or okay, I'm tired, we'll talk about cheese types.
And I need to do a cheese type.
I want to focus, and maybe I have a plan and the chat derails it completely. Feel free to do so, as long as both me and the chat are having a good time. Planning is good, but going with the flow, it's even better. Topics will...
Sometimes.
The most important category of writing, cheese types. That is something I will talk about in my following stream. Not about cheese types specifically, but it's quite tied into that. And it's not the stream about writing food. I will have one day a stream about writing food. My book has lots of food, but it will not be this soon. So yeah, topics are mostly around writing and reading.
About food.
And of course the main genre will be fantasy.
Look at how this just shows, and sometimes you need to grow and adapt. This content, it's about smuggling Queijo da Serra. Yes, that story is amazing. This just shows how much I improvise and change. When I started, my goal was like, okay, there's so much gaming channels already. That's the reason, why here I am criticizing Pets for Nano, and now I'm talking terribly. I looked around me and I was like, oh, there's so many video game channels already. I want to be unique. I won't stream any video games on my channel. That was the original idea, the original plan. I had no intention, and now gaming is the number one focus of my channel. And I was talking about plans, it's good to have plans, but I feel like if I stick to my plans, the channel wouldn't grow as much as it did. I think adaptability is also super important. That's a story for another day, Hugo, the cheese smuggling story. Book should spend 100 pages describing every cheese type. True. I completely agree. And I'm so glad to see.
And so, yeah, fantasy books are my main focus. And now to give you an example of what you can...
Thank you very much, Stephanie. Thank you very much for showing. Yeah, the stream is running quite long. The debut is it won't take a lot more time. Watching the debut, I thought this was fun, and I didn't stop being a fun ride, channel and company-wise. Thank you very much. Yeah, it's being a fun ride. And it won't stop soon.
What you can expect... this today is my first stream, where
stream
it's
once
my
every
debut
2
stream.
weeks. I will try to do, as I said before, I don't want to overwhelm myself. I will test the waters, and if I feel later that, oh, I'm not streaming enough, I will increase. But so far I started with one stream every 2 weeks, because I don't want to...
You did well, not burn yourself out
Yes.
right at the start.
I don't want to burn myself out. So, first
Using
stream
the same
is
words.
streams on Pardio's distinction through cheese types.
Body.
Okay, another note I need to... Now I start talking about it, now I need to make the cheese stream. And to think I was afraid, one, of spending 1 hour speaking alone, and
It's amazing how much activity I had in chat for my first stream. That's actually surprising, and that's one of the reasons I didn't become a VTuber, because VTubers have to hide their identity, and since I'm me, I could just spam this stream to a lot of my friends, and I'm so glad so much people showed up. There's so many key moments throughout my journey. Now I feel like I'm here to stay. But there are some key moments where things, if they hadn't gone as well as they did, I maybe would have considered quitting, or maybe would have actually quit. And there's a lot of people. I didn't prepare. I'm going to thank some more people at the end of this stream.
I'm loving chat already. Thank you for showing up, guys, and for being so awesome. And two, that I was afraid of not having memes. How silly past me was.
Yes.
So, this is my debut stream. Next stream, 2 weeks from
Why do
now,
I have
Sunday at
half
the
an
same
hour? This
time.
feels like
The
the
main
end.
topic will be realism in fantasy. And what I mean
This
by
could
that...
be the end of the stream. What? This should be a great end to your debut. Why do you have another half an hour? What did you talk about? This would be a good way to end. A good place to end it. Don't bore people who came to your debut. This is enough.
When you are writing a fantasy book, how realistic should it be? I want to give you...
And by the way, some of these streams, of course, I don't have the great execution and that I do nowadays and the speaking, but the research and everything, I feel some of these streams have very good content, and I need to convert them into videos one day. To redo them, talk about the same topics, but from a video perspective instead of a stream perspective. Because, of course, nowadays I'm Age of Empires and gaming, but I don't want the writing side of the channel to completely go away. It's just that I need to reinvent it in order for it to work better.
An example, just so you can see what kind of things I will be talking about. Imagine you are writing a book that
I don't think of
is in a real place. In a world that's
there.
not a real place. In a world that works similarly to ours, and the trees are the same as ours. You have pine trees, you have other trees, maple trees, and everything.
So bad with trees.
My tree vocabulary is not my strength.
It still
And
isn't.
you are writing that book, and you want it to be immersive, and suddenly you have you have a person waking up in the desert, and it's like, oh, I'm in the desert, I'm surrounded by these lovely pines. And if you are a reader, you are like, what? This is supposed to be a real-like setting, and there are pines in the desert. And what I will talk about this is that in fantasy, you can... yeah, other trees. Yeah, Portuguese people talking about trees but forgetting about oak. Yeah, you're right. I will lose my Portuguese citizenship. And when I talk of when people are reading, and
I can tell his voice is starting to suffer. I can tell he's starting to suffer to speak. I know myself. Nowadays I'm perfectly. He's starting to suffer. It's starting to become harder for him to speak right now.
Fantasy, you break reality. But to break reality properly, you need to know reality. And if you break reality unintentionally, without knowing what you are doing, you will break the reader's immersion. And this is something I will talk about. This is a topic I love discussing.
I can hear the
how
pain
realistic
in his
should
voice.
fantasy be, and how fantasy should fantasy be. Yeah. Say reality for more times and you sound like
I still have the same humor. The same jokes who got to me back then are the same
I
who
have
get to
this
me
thing
now.
where I start talking very fast. I'm not paying attention to it, but probably I'm doing it on stream.
Nah, you're not talking too fast,
so,
don't worry.
The following stream, after the realism one, will be how I plot my writing. Basically, okay, I want to start a book. What will I do?
That he's starting to suffer.
Thank you very much. And thank you for saying I've done worse, Kradantos. It will be like, and how I do it, it will be very
not only
from
my voice pain, but he's also starting to get really tired.
Discussing in chat, okay, I want to create a book, what goes through my mind? What is my process of creating an outline for the story? How do I think about the characters? I mean, just discussing characters could be a whole stream of itself. So yeah, this will be talking about how I deal with writing. And then at April, I also like to I want to talk about other works.
Yeah, a lot of
I won't probably start with Brandon Sanderson and everything, which I love because I want to train myself.
The Lure of ReZero's
before
writing. The other ones had some strengths and weak. The Lure of ReZero's writing, I feel like it's a very good stream. I feel like it did a good job. I researched a lot.
The series I will be talking about will be ReZero, The Allure of ReZero's writing. I will not do reviews. I'm not interested in like giving a score to something. What I will do is like, okay, I've read ReZero, and the series, this works in the series. Why does this work? What did the writer do to make this work? Why am I so invested in the series? Why am I loving this character? Why is this character? And I want to try to, maybe I will fail at that, but I want to discuss with chat and try to understand so I can improve my writing as well.
The difference.
What is working and why it's working.
The difference of how I was at the start and now.
Will be the main topic.
It's huge. I never realized how much the tiredness has the stream.
Showed. Oh, thank you very much. The composer for the music, it's in the description of the stream. He was really a really awesome guy. Alexander, I don't remember the last name, but yeah, if you want to check more of his work, check the description of the stream. And I knew I would forget it. When I went to the break and I returned, I put the BGM higher and I forgot to reduce it. Is the BGM okay or is it too loud? Because I increased it
it's
so
okay.
I'll let them have some ambience music while I
has changed
go to the break.
The streams.
I feel like I have heard this before. I have no idea where. It's good, nice. It was good, but is it good now? The BGM sound. I will go to the next slide. And thinking I would be, I thought I would be finished in like an hour. Okay, yes, still good.
Kratos, now I know Kratos always wants the quieter BGM. Always.
Anything just feel free to say. So,
now I know.
Another question I got asked is, if I want to discuss these topics, why streaming and not make a video where I discuss them? If I want to approach a topic in specific, why not make a videos? And one of the main reasons was the videos require a lot of editing. I mean, streaming is a lot of work, but I think when people see videos, they want more curated content. They require a lot of editing. That's why so many channels have a team behind them, like the editor and everything. And besides editing, you have to prepare what you say a lot more, because here I'm just saying what goes through my mind. In a video, everything I would have to prepare like an essay. And I feel like I would get stuck in a loop like, oh, I need to improve this, I need to improve that.
Perfectionism.
And I want to do this to enjoy myself, and
it's
I feel
very
like if I did
for
videos,
artists, writers.
It won't suit I'm getting ahead because I'm more productive with streams. It wouldn't suit my style as well.
I'm glad I
so
didn't
that's
start
why
with
I
videos.
decided to do. And I don't have
Chat.
You were saying I don't have the power of a live chat, and here it is. I can interact with others in real time in videos, and
yes, it is.
I was not sure what to expect from the chat, and it's been by far for me. It's one of the highlights of the stream. Live chat. The channel philosophy.
I feel like I would have quit a long time ago if I was a video maker instead of a streamer. Streaming for me was absolutely the right choice. It's not the right choice for everyone. You need to know yourself. And in that regards, I need to compliment myself. It was the right choice for me.
will also guide you of how I will approach things. One of my main goals is to progressively improve my communication and content. My goal was not to have the perfect first stream, it was to start streaming. Okay, now I've started it, I want to improve, I want to speak better, I want to interact back with chat. I want to interact better with chat. I'm sorry.
Don't worry, you are tired.
Yeah, you are a highlight, Rodrigo. Thank you very much.
For coming
here. I want to progressively improve.
But you are here,
move away
Rodrigo.
from this sentence because I'm crashing due to it. I said I wanted to do things because I think it's a common trap people fall into. They start planning to do something and then they plan again and then they plan again and then they are stuck in this loop where they are constantly planning and Warlocker, let's not start talking about Prague in chat. I know these guys, I know where this is going. So there's these people nowadays, and when I say people, I'm talking about myself. That's why I wanted to break outside this loop.
Thing that I still do this mistake sometimes, but that's the thing I need to work on. It's don't interrupt yourself. I feel attacked by past Fernando. Yeah, you keep planning and planning. I know artists, right? Not only artists and writers. I talk about them because I know a lot of artists and writers who personally and content creators fall into this trap of constant planning and never leaving the plan stage. And you start you don't want to procrastinate, but you fall into a procrastination loop a lot easier than you realize. You constantly plan and you don't do things. And I wanted to plan, then act. Yeah, planning story of my life. I think a lot of people nowadays can relate to that. So I wanted to, okay, I planned the stream. Let's focus on doing the stream. And then after the stream, I will reflect. And based upon that, plan further. This is the loop I want to work on. Not the plan. I do this a lot. This is my channel philosophy. Oh, don't worry, Warlocker. I was just messing with you guys. The perpetual planning mode, exactly. I wanted to do my first stream a lot. I wanted to push forward and do this. That's why I set a deadline, and my first deadline was last week, but I really wanted to do it, even if I had to rush some things, because I didn't want to get into the perpetual planning mode. So I want to test things out and see what works. I don't have any super fixed ideas like which slide we are on. I mean, because I'm not using PowerPoint, I created the slides. Each slide, each transition you do, for example, this is an image, this is another image. I saved 93 images. That's how high-tech we are. We are just scrolling through images. So this is slides. 55 out of 93. That's so scary.
So, yeah, engineer. So I want to test things, and first streams. Oh, the layout you are seeing was drawn on PowerPoint.
Yes.
So yeah,
PowerPoint has carried this channel.
I'm using PowerPoint mostly. This layout, people sometimes underestimate the quality of.
And the concealed pickup was a lot made in PowerPoint as well.
My first streams I will try just talking, but imagine I feel like this format is not working. This stream it's working, but I feel it's not working. I may try like playing a video game. That's why I told about we'll get there when you talked about roadblocks. Maybe Minecraft, maybe a board game like Go or chess. Maybe I'll be studying Japanese. I probably won't be studying Japanese while streaming because I feel like I'm stealing someone else's ideas if I do that. And Arctic phone streams, yeah, it's a possibility. And map drawing, it's also something I could be doing while chatting. It's drawing maps for my book, and it's something
that's a good idea.
Getting competitive already. Exactly. But yeah,
I need to do a Arctic phone stream. I want to do, and I could do it with viewers or also with other content creators. I want to do a Arctic phone stream. King Ameno said that, and I want to do it this year. Yeah, Arctic phone, exactly, Zoom. I need to do maybe with the community, maybe with other content, or both. Do one with the community and one with other content creators. I want to do a Arctic phone stream, exactly. I think people will be on board. Arctic phone is amazing. The format so far will be this, but
don't
People
want
are
to have this set on stone. I want to test things and see what works.
I need to listen
Yeah.
to past chat and
Find out
present
my own
chat.
style and see what works for me and the viewers. Yeah, another thing, a lot of people ask me, so how are you going to spread your channel around? Nothing more competitive than Gartic Phone.
True. Ranked Gartic phone matches.
How are you going to... we were talking about me whistling a lot when I laugh. If we do a Gartic Phone stream, you bet you will hear the whistle.
Yes, I need
Fast
to do.
channel growth is not my priority. Oh, Warhammer stream. Oh, it's a... yeah, and even
Never did one.
me painting the figures could also be...
You need to do that as well.
there are lots of streamers who do that, so maybe it will be
What's your
one
Gartic
of my
phone
streams
elo?
one day. But yeah, my goal is not to grow fast, it's not to gain 100,000 subscribers, but no, I just want to enjoy myself and
Why did
take
you open
things
the
at my
bottle to
own
then
pace.
close it back without drinking? What are you doing?
I can't whistle and none whistles on accident. True. Yeah, I think you can see by my
I
posture
bet in a minute
that I'm
he will
really
he's going to
focusing
open
that
it again.
aspect. Even before starting, it was like, okay, I want to... It's like, I want to be relaxed. Before the stream started, I was so nervous, but now I feel a lot more relaxed. I've also thought about this. It's part of my philosophy. I will take a lot of care not to burn myself out of streaming.
You did
I
a
want
good
to
job with
continue
that.
enjoy this, not be like,
you still
oh,
enjoy it
tomorrow
a
is
lot.
stream day, I can't believe it. I mean, even if I
And you
love
said
streaming,
it,
probably...
so having fun on stream is the most important. Yeah, and there was a time, for those of you who've been along the ride around September or August, where I was so focused in producing high quality content that I was burning out, and that's when I started gaming more. And I'm glad I took a much more approach, because nowadays I'm super relaxed. There was a time where I was risking going through the burnout route, and actually it's one of the content creators I'm a really fan of, Junk and Pom, who is a good friend of mine, fellow VTuber. His content was kind of the main inspiration that made me veer away from the mentality that was heading me towards a burnout. So I say I'm going to thank people later on, and Junk and Pom is one of them. I'm always spreading wisdom. Yes, thank you very much, Sumo. It will be days like that. Everyone has good or bad days. But I don't want that to be the rule, like, oh, another stream, oh, next week I need to... No, I want to keep enjoying this, so I will pace things accordingly. Yes. Yes.
Once again, chat has foretold what the slides would say. Have fun. Create content that it's fun and interesting. Yeah, more of the same. This is one of the things I highlighted earlier. I will present my opinions on stream, and one of the things I want is for... Yeah, you are pros at foreshadowing.
That
Or
beard,
maybe
it's so
since I'm
big,
such a
and
good
now
writer,
I
I'm
consider this a
planting
long
the
beard. It
seeds of
grow
the
bigger than
foreshadowing
this.
to your mind.
Look at
and you
that
think you are
beard.
predicting the plot, but me, I as a writer am developing the narrative. So yeah, and you get where you can see where I'm getting at.
Now he's
It's a
drinking.
Big head.
Please
move.
drink.
Yeah.
Don't open and close
So,
it again.
Yeah, my opinion is a single opinion. I want to debate and grow.
Or
and grow.
are you going to pick
as
up a
content
bottle and
creator,
then just
as
put
a
it
person
back down?
and expose myself to different people and different opinions?
Everything
according to
Keikaku.
Kikakudori, of
Oh,
course.
it's
And
exactly
this is a quote from Brandon Sanderson no, please stay here, Kratos, don't leave. As I said before, I will never judge anyone for not coming, and I will never judge anyone for leaving. If you guys have to leave, if you guys have to go have dinner, go ahead. I mean, I'm already glad enough that if you leave, it means you joined before.
Yes.
So if you leave, I'm already glad you came. You are a secret evil mastermind in
No,
disguise.
don't close the You
I
haven't
don't know if
drunk
I'm
yet. No,
that well in
this is
disguise,
my
and you look
this
at
is
me
not my
and I
favorite
scream
meme.
evil mastermind.
Reacting
So
to opening
yeah, exactly.
and closing the
Am
bottle
I in
without
disguise,
drinking.
though?
No.
In disguise, though, exactly. And so this quote of Brandon Sanderson defines. This quote by Brandon Sanderson defines my philosophy a lot.
Did it,
Journey
yeah.
before destination.
I knew
began this journey as a streamer.
And closing
I don't care
it
what
slowly.
the
This is
destination
the brain
will be.
is
I just
really
want to enjoy this
autopilot.
journey. And yeah, goals and ambitions. I've divided this
Oh, no,
into
this is
three
the
parts.
saddest part.
Short-term goals, mid-term goals. Yeah, the true stream are the friends we made along the way.
Drink it, drink
True.
it, drink.
You have no idea, Warlocker, how... Come on, I was talking about your comment and then you You deleted it. I was saying you have no idea for me how awesome it is to see Stephanie, Kravantost, Zumu, and Sharp CS Student, which are 4 people I know from completely different contexts, and
exactly.
all 4 of them
Thanks for the
typing
correction.
to me at the same chat room. It's mind blowing. It's truly the friends we make along the way. Yeah, I'm fast at reading. Yeah, it's like it almost seems like reading and writing is my passion. I know, right? He drank some water! I started the stream with this bottle full. And this is like, I think it's 1 liter or... I'm going through it so fast.
I finished this already.
People
The
underestimate. I always respected streamers, now I respect them even more. People underestimate how hard it is to talk. Water and books. So... okay, Warlocker, no problem. Warhammer lesson, of course. Imagine if it wasn't water, true.
It's tea now.
Nowadays I'm a water person.
And
I've not always been a water person.
in the past I
Let me
drank
just do
coffee.
this. For the way I'm talking, it's like, oh, he has a serious alcoholic back. No. I used to drink lots of sodas and everything
And
coffee and such. Now
Yes.
it's mostly water, tea, and milk. It's all I drink.
What at least the tea was referenced.
Drunk
yes.
streams anytime soon. No. I don't get drunk often. Nowadays I don't get drunk at all. But getting drunk on stream, I think if you see me drunk on stream, call a hospital or something, because yeah, it's definitely
Even for
something
my
you cannot expect
stream
from
I
me.
drank
So-
beer. I picked beer without alcohol for that. And yes, Stephanie, please sleep if you need to. Please take care.
My short-term goals is to create a good routine. Maybe I will have like, I've thought about a lot of things. Yeah, tea is awesome, and people like, oh, this tea is better. Of course there are teas I prefer, but all tea is awesome.
This is such a foreshadowing for the concealed teacup.
Just 3 hours ago, I was drinking a Carioca de Limão.
True.
And a pão com compota. Just 3 hours ago. So I'm running on Carioca de Limão energy right now. So yeah, my goal is to create a good routine, find out what works, find out maybe like have structured streams. So, oh, the stream has been going for 40 minutes, now it's time for story time with Fernando. Create like segments, or maybe create no segments at all, find that things work better in complete chaos. But I want to find out what the routine for my streamer and what works. It's one of my closest short-term goals. Pão com compota, exactly. I've talked about this before. Next step, I want to create a website and share my work.
Yeah, this is short term. Create a good routine for the stream. Done. Create a website. You have other priorities before that. You will get to there, but you have other priorities.
And I want...
don't
This is
do
not that short term, but no termos.
I need to
could
publish
do a
before I
Termos
can
stream.
use the third gold.
My book, I don't think it starts with termos now,
My
but
book
the
has
first chapter
Termos.
of my book used to talk a lot about Carioca Limão energy. Sounds like a good meme.
I love when we
Yeah.
sync, me and Fernando.
You can see my stream will become a meme
I
farm.
love this streamer.
So yeah, use the streams to promote my writing career. This is probably more for not that short term, it's in the short term goals, but yeah, it's one of the things I want to do. I want my streams and my book writing to go hand in hand. It's
Good job
even
with that.
underlined and Termos and Superboc. No alcohol on stream. I mean, calling Superboc alcohol is maybe complimenting Superboc too much, but yeah, no alcohol on stream. Termossos and Coca-Cola Zero or something. I want to create an enjoyable community. It's even blue and underlined, so I can't do that by myself. It's you guys who are being the enjoyable community, so thank you. I'm even holding you guys.
Let's go. Thank you,
and
Jet.
improve my communication skills. I want to
that one I
get
feel
better
like
at this, of course.
I've improved a lot.
It's hard to judge myself. I don't know how good or bad I'm doing, it doesn't matter at what point I am. I can always get better. Oh, sorry, Chef's Student, I forgot. Yeah, your dear Superboc. Fernando Atlas. Ah, yes, Atlas holding the world exactly. It took me. I say it took me a while. It took me like 2 seconds to get there. Ah, yes, and I'm repeating myself, but don't worry, only 23 more images to go. Yeah, debated expand my horizon. So, midterm. Of course. The short-term goals don't end. They are continuing. Now, so in the
I done the food stream. I think now that idea will soon arrive.
Midterm, I will continually work
the 100 subs food stream.
No alcohol wine stream. That would be a cursed stream, but maybe no alcohol, no. Yeah, it's one of the Discord server. Not yet, because that exists. I need to improve it. The men work, like you have to moderate
it's
the
community,
very it's one of the things I have
archaic.
in mind.
I need to improve
my first social network is YouTube. Probably the second one will be a Discord server. Yeah, for sure. So, midterm. I was talking about the cursed stream. Maybe a stream with no alcohol wine, no alcohol beer, cheese, and thermos.
Oh, I didn't have cheese.
Write it. This is a note that for my future self.
You did for 100 subs.
Yeah.
No cheese or wine.
Digging myself into a lot of holes, but let's just commit to it.
You did commit.
Of course. I didn't put this on long term, it's midterm. I want to finish and share my first full book. That's my goal. And once again, no cheese. Exactly. We shall make no lactose cheese and no humidity thermos. Don't make things more cursed already. So, another blue and underlined gold, finish and sharing my first book. My first full book. Yeah, without a doubt.
Gambarimashou.
What is that kanji?
Gambarimashou.
You are doing kanji. You are
kanji. Yes,
you are highlighting
kanji.
how bad I am at kanji. Gambarimashou? Is it Gambarimashou?
Yes, I think it's Gambari. Now, current Fernando.
Gambarimashou.
I see the quality of my jokes has not improved.
One of the things I want a lot is to have collabs, but I said before,
by the way, any news on the book?
Find my own
I
style.
need to.
Yes.
I need to. Oh yes, this was a YouTube jail moment. Yes. Oh, I'm glad. I don't think we had any other issues regarding that. I tried to grab it's Gambarimashou. Yes, I remember that was. I feel like that was one of the worst parts of my debut. I was so frustrated that happened. Yes, Maru wasn't able to type in chat. Oh, the Joker doing the dance. Oh, I'm going to print screen it. Yes. But yeah, just to talk, Zumbu, don't make me do shit for talking about the book. Unfortunately, I've been very busy, but this year, if it's not my huge book, this year I promise something by me, at least 15 chapters long, will get published. It's stated here, and it will reach your hands, Brando Perez, for sure, and anyone who wants it. And okay, don't worry, it's been quite a long stream, but past Fernando is almost over.
I got it correct, the Gambarimashou.
Yes,
it's very important for me to find my own style. If I had like a...
But present Fernando was a lot faster at reaching the Gambarimashou, so I'm glad. I need to work on merch, not through Fernando as a Joker.
Collab. Next week, I would have... don't feel confident.
If you make Fernando merch, drawing Fernando as the Joker will be working on merch.
With it, and even now I'm really small, and if I collab with someone right now, I feel like I'm...
Oh, and by the way, I have collabs with content creators I want. I will have at least one collab in March. Oh, 2 or maybe 3. So I am working on the collabs front. 1 for sure, maybe 2, possibly 3 collabs in March. So the Age of Empires will be bigger, but also the collab front will grow bigger.
being... That's not my intention, but people may assume, oh, he's a small guy trying to collaborate with bigger guys to steal the viewers. That's why this is not...
I'm saying that your first collab, Fernando, your first offline collab was with your good friend author Daniel Malhadas. Your first online collab will be with Hera. It will be with someone with 160,000 followers on Twitch. That will be your first online collab. You are saying, oh, I don't want to jump into big content creators. Your first online collab will be with Hera. You have no idea what road you have ahead of you.
Not short term, but mid term.
Collab with Ninja.
But I want
Not
to have
Ninja,
collabs.
but Hera.
I love talking, and I love talking with people. And it's one of my goals is to have collabs with people I know, content creators I like. Yeah, it's one of my Mr. Beast collab. Maybe you, not that soon, Ninja or Mr. Beast. Yeah, probably those names you won't be seeing them on my channel anytime soon.
Your first...
This
will happen this year, by the way. I'm very fearful, but I'm glad I'm fulfilling my goals and ambitions. This one will happen this year.
On the mid...
Once Holocure next patch comes out, I'll be playing the patch dressed with my Hosho no Ichimi cosplay as a fan of Hosho Marin, speaking only in Japanese once the game releases.
It should probably be on the long term. It's one of my goals. I want to do at least one stream that's fully in Japanese.
You will do one
Even
this
if
year.
it's when my book releases in Japanese, I want to challenge myself. It's like, it's good because it motivates me to study more Japanese. It's something I really like. Probably you guys on chat will be like, it's bad news for you because, I mean, you would be surprised at the amount of people in chat who know Japanese, but a lot of you won't. But yeah, I want to...
No, I feel like notes for speaking Japanese will make more harm than good.
Challenge myself and one day do a stream fully in Japanese. And this is also something I don't have. I haven't thought about monetization at all yet.
Yeah, now I'm like, okay, I need to focus on growing the channel, try to reach... Now my goal is instead of creating a Patreon, since Patreon would make sense if I had things like books published, and if I did, I'm going to create it. But since my content is all on YouTube, I'm waiting to get monetized on YouTube. But yes, I will do a Japanese Nihongo dake haishin. Hai. Ganbarimashou. It will be so hard, but I will do it this year. Probably March or April. Let's see when Holocure patch drops.
But maybe create a Patreon or Coffee, or I need to research.
Can we have
some? Oh, that will actually be a good idea.
There are some softwares.
Creating the stream and then uploading the VOD with full subtitles.
Oh, that's hard.
Yeah.
You need, don't say you will do it. If you do that, hire someone to do the subtitles.
But yeah, maybe memes will arise from that stream, so who knows? It's always worth checking out. So yeah, I put Patreon because even the BGM you are hearing, I discovered it on Patreon, but there are other platforms. I haven't delved too deep into that, but it's one of my future concerns. It's to, I say future, maybe in half a year or a year from now. Nowadays, it's not my priority. It's to start thinking of monetization. Yeah, auto subtitles translating everything wrong, and then
can be so cursed.
I think there are content creators who get into trouble because the translations translate what they say into swear words, and then the algorithm picks up that the auto subtitles has those swear words that never existed. I just remembered one of them, but I'm not going to say it on the off chance.
Yeah, you were talking about the Tesla coil. Exactly, you are thinking about the Tesla coil.
Something related with Nikola Tesla, and you may work your mind. Oh, what dirty thing sounds like nothing at all. It's like a complete misunderstanding, and I've seen people get demonetized because they talk about that thing related with Tesla. So yeah, it's Tremoz. Yeah, YouTube bans Tremoz. So long-term goals. This is underline and bold. I think it's the only one who is fully bold. I want to become a full-time writer. This is not like a goal. It's like my dream.
Yeah, my dream would be now, because I also enjoy streaming more than I expected. streaming and writing. Make that my career. I'm not there yet, but I hope I can arrive at, and I'm working hard to reach that point. Honestly, it has felt more of a dream. It starts to look more and more of a reality. Of course, I'm still away from it, but being a full-time streamer and writer could possibly be my future, and I'm working for it. And it's not something that I will fulfill tomorrow, or next month. It's like it's not my end goal, because after becoming a writer, I want to write. But it's definitely one of my main goals is becoming a full-time writer. I have this on long term because there are some content creators like Brandon Sanderson, my favorite author, publishes books on YouTube. Publishes videos on YouTube. And it's like a dream for me to talk with Brandon Sanderson, but you'll get there. I want to talk with him in a level of equality. I don't want to be like, oh, I'm a small guy begging for, oh, please collab with me. And not judging anyone who does that, but I don't want to do it. I want to stand on the same height. I probably will never see myself as standing on the same height as Brandon Sanderson because of how much I appreciate it. But on the full long-term goals, it's like those huge content creators which I adore and I dream of one day collabing. Daniel Green, which is a YouTube fantasy writer, is another one of them. So yeah, it's something. Really publish your book on YouTube. I've thought about it. I've seriously thought about creating an audiobook or something, but those are things that are not easy, the logistics, and those are concerns for the future me. And the short story I'm making, I want to create an audiobook as well, because also audiobooks are great, not only because nowadays more and more people listen to audiobook as a format, but also for accessibility settings. Some people don't have the mobility or the vision to read books, so audiobooks are something great. I don't listen to audiobooks because I prefer the books, but I love that they exist and that they are an option. I'm a really huge fan of the existence of audiobooks. I want my books to be like my world to be well appreciated. I want my worlds to have like official. I will talk about three things at the same time, so I'm showing it. Create official art, create masterpieces like this one. And what I loved about this book, one of the things I loved, and I have artist friends here who will also appreciate it. The illustration alone is very hard cover. Yes. It has the title of the author, and in the cover, the illustrations, the artist, it's right here, and you open the book and it starts talking right away. Oh, I collabed with this artist and I wanted to highlight his work and everything. And this is something I want. I want to collab with artists, both officially to create something as this, but one of my dreams is to have people create like fan art, fan musics, because, for example, from the Stormlight Archive books, a band created like an album dedicated to it. And I listened to that album while writing my book. And I love that cycle of art creates more art, art inspires art. The mediums all jump, writers collab with artists, and then I love that dynamic. So I want to become a part of it. But long-term goals that needs to be focused. And as I told on that story, that I read Brandon Sanderson and I was like, okay, I want to become a writer, and he's the one who did it for me. It's one of my goals as well to, even if I inspire only one people to become an author, or not to become an author, like someone who is an author and their book is inspired by me or something. If I do it just for one person, it's already enough. Some acknowledgement. Okay. And before reaching that knowledge, and it's fun for me to react to this stream and everything, because that's one thing. Sometimes you may look at, okay, he veered away from his original goal and now he's playing more Age of Empires on stream and everything. Maybe he lost his passion for writing. No. Lately, I've been having a lot of passion for Age of Empires. I constantly feel like, oh, I wish I was playing. But also for writing. Actually, today I was walking and I was having ideas. I feel like, of course, you can't see the the production, because writing is not, for example, in art, you can share the progress along the way. Writing is harder. I can say, oh, I've wrote a lot, I wrote little, and it's harder to share. But I've been lately, and the Concealed Teacup actually motivated me a lot for everything, not only for Age of Empires. And lately I've been super motivated to write and do more stuff, be more proactive. It's the cycle of positivity. Things go well for you, so you want to do more things and you feel more motivated. And even though present Fernando doesn't talk as much about writing, he still wants to write and he still loves writing. But now the acknowledgements. We are almost finishing. 1 hour and a half already. I was afraid. Right now, at this part, I will acknowledge, for example, Maru, and she's like, no, I want to write in chat, but I'm bonked. YouTube doesn't allow me to write. My stream would only last like 20 minutes, but I'm liking the pace, so acknowledgements. First, and I don't know if he's still here, but he was, Filippo Dake, which is... who changed his name so many times. He's been nice and he's been Filippo Dake. I never know what name to call you. A streamer friend of mine who I met in Iberanime Porto this year. Yeah. And I mean, maybe you've seen how fast I can talk, Kradantost. I could talk very fast and go to the slides, but now I won't look at chat. I won't get sidetracked because the acknowledgements are important. I don't want to get sidetracked during the acknowledgements, and the first acknowledgement is Filippo Dake. If he's not here, I told I won't demand people to watch my VODs, but I will make sure he watches this because
yes,
I've been tempted with the idea of streaming for a long time, and going into Filippo's stream and seeing the community he has on Twitch, on Discord and everything.
Never forget.
He was by far one of the people who convinced me into, okay, streaming.
Yeah, it's funny.
It was like exactly one of the little pushes that makes a huge difference, and he's one of the people who I'm very grateful for. Even when I was setting up things and everything, he was like, oh, you can share your channel on my Discord. Oh, if you need anything, just ask. He was really awesome with me, so... his streams are focused on studying Japanese, and so I recommend, if you are interested, please check him out. It's a favor you are doing to me as well. Maroon, which was also here on the chat. She's
and I'm like, oh, she left. She's not here in chat anymore. Little did I know how many messages I had on Discord saying, I want to write. I was like, yeah, she was probably busy. She couldn't be here for the rest of the stream. That's what I was thinking right now.
VTuber on Twitch. I asked her some questions about book publishing and everything. I was really... they were boring questions, really boring questions that I asked because I had some doubts, and she...
Now, it's strange because now I'm a great friend of Maru. I see Maru has a great friend of mine and everything. Our first interaction was literally, hey, I have a lot of questions and you seem like a great person. Can I ask questions? You are so professional. And she was like, oh, okay. And I sent her like a huge wall of text. That's our first interaction, a huge wall of text on Discord, asking a lot of questions, trying to learn, and she was so helpful. It's strange to think that was our first interaction. We met thanks to Filippo. It was on Eisen server, exactly. On Filippo Eisen, it was on his server. It's like, oh, I saw you on the server and you are a mangaka, and it's so surprising. Can I ask you questions? It's so strange because now I feel like I've known you forever, and that's such a strange way to start a friendship. Didn't know me from nowhere, and she could be like, oh, this guy is just annoying me. But she replied to everything. She was impeccable with me. And I really enjoy her streams and her art and everything. So it's definitely another person I need to call out. Not call out. I mean, call out sounds negative. Shout out. Shout out. That's the word I was looking for. Maroon is also... Maroon, I'm sorry for butchering your name constantly. Is another person I'm just really grateful for. And on a side note, even before this stream started, I was checking her stream on Discord to calm myself down. So yeah, just an hour ago on Twitch, 2 or 3 hours ago, Yeah, thanks Zumu. Yeah, you can confirm Maru is awesome. She's a really awesome person. And finally, this friend of mine, which is Bessel, it's my first
Maroon.
Close friend, like really close, like talking a lot, who became a streamer. I don't think he has streamed in quite a while, but as Brandon Sanderson was the first to plant the
seed of writing.
The seed of writing, I've wanted to be a streamer for the first time, but Filippo helped that seed flourish, but Bessel was the first time I saw a friend of mine doing, and I was a moderator in chat and everything, and I was like, oh, being a streamer, it's not a dream, it's something people can do. I have a friend who does that. So yeah, Bessel, it's last but not least, I think it's... Oh no, I have more, thank you later. But Bessel is definitely one of the people who inspired me to be a streamer. Now, these are the last, the other people I have to acknowledge. Everyone who supported me. I have através... What? You have através? I think maybe you have a typo there.
I have
arrived. You arrived at the right time, Bessel. I was just thanking you. I was telling chat that you haven't streamed in a while, but
I have através. What I need. This I have através was the first comment Bessel wrote on my channel. I've just realized what a way to come in. I have através. That's such a Bessel way to arrive.
One of the people who inspired me to become a streamer, and I remember telling you on chat like 1 or 2 years ago, oh, one day I'm going to stream, and you were like right away, oh, start streaming. I will support you, do things and everything. It was really good for me to hear you. So now it's the thank you to everyone who supported me.
This is a confusion. 3 years from now, 4 years from now, we will all get confused. This is a confusion that transcends the boundaries of time and space. That's what Bessel has achieved.
Everyone, like family, friends, everyone who has supported me along the way, and everyone.
Just to complete on this note, thanks to everyone who supported me. I've recently thanked a lot of people on the Concealed Teacup, and I mean it. I want to extend these thanks, of course, Filippo, Maru, and Bessel. I never forget my roots. I still am super thankful to the 3 of you. Also, Kradantost and Zumu, my mods. Constant support, amazing people. I'm so glad I had such a good team. I have everyone who helped me with the Concealed Teacup. I have the familiar names, both old and new here. Also, one name I need to add to this list of inspirations, I've talked about him many, many times, is Junk and Pom, of course, because when I was at not my lowest point, but my point where I was the closest to quit streaming, it's when I found Junk and Pom's content. And his presence, the way he speaks, his style, his way of being on stream, I've been very influenced. And when I see Junk and Pom streams, I am researching, I'm learning how he does things. And I feel like I would never have reached the point my streams are at if it was not for his influence. So if you see this, Junk and Pom, I'm also super thankful to you. And maybe I would have quit streaming if it was not for... You were the correct influence at the correct time for me. So, one more thank you. Junk and Pom, Bessel, Maru, Filippo, Kradantost, Zumu, everyone else, family, friends. Yeah, it's been an amazing year. I don't think a lot of streamers can say that their first year was as filled with support, had as much support as my first year had. But you guys have been amazing. I see so many people here that were here a year ago. So much support, so much positivity. I'm really glad that I'm having the opportunity to share this journey with you, and that things are going so well. And a year from now, I hope I can keep this passion, I can keep enjoying things, and I can keep the positivity. And yeah, it's been amazing. And I should have added this to the quote of the streams. What quote did I pick? I don't think this is the one I picked. No, it wasn't. But there's a quote from Uncle Iroh, and it's like, confidence and self-love and everything, it's best found within yourself, but if you can't do it,
you can always resort to others, and finding confidence and support in others is also great. That's not my quote of the stream for tonight, but it's a very fitting quote for these acknowledgements. I try to find confidence within myself, and now I have a lot of confidence within myself, but in a time of need, I got that confidence thanks to others who showed up. I know that they give you. Of course, I want to thank everyone watching my debut. I had the small fear inside of me that I would arrive to this slide and thank you everyone, and then no one would be there. Like this whole box will be grayed out. Stephanie, go to sleep. And thank you very much for saying it's a great stream. Yeah, I'm almost finishing. These are the last 3 slides. Don't worry. Because it's been a long stream already, and what was my first quote of the stream? I don't remember. I will always finish my streams with a quote. Yes. Thank you everyone for the positive words. It makes me really overjoyed to have such support. And this quote, I see spoiler warning in case everyone is very. They're like people who don't want anything at all. It will be the quote about the step. The most important step a man can take. It's just a sentence said by someone, but if you are like completely, I want to be 100% blind going into the book, you might want to tab out. But yeah, it's not. It's just a sentence someone says and I like it. And yes, I should have warned you that I was going to the next slide. And in case anyone wants to tab out, so that's the most important. Can you spoil Doraemon? Yes, you can spoil Doraemon. So the quote is from Brandon Sanderson, of course. The most important step a man can take, it's not the first one, is it? It's the next one. Always the next one, Dalinar. The next step. And this quote for me, it's like, for me the next step was this debut stream, and the last couple of days I've been really hyped and really getting into it. But now that I've took this next step, now the stream is not the next step anymore, it's the first one. And now I need to look at the next step. This is like, this quote, it's like, okay, looking at the past is important, but always stare at the future, and that's my quote of the stream today. I took my first step, but it's not the important one, always the next one. Always going forward, and I'm looking forward for this journey, for what comes ahead. This is the final slide, and now I will put myself in big mode, and I'm going to just leave a few minutes in case. I don't know if anyone has any question in specific. If the stream was short, step by step you get to the top of Bonjour. Nice. Bye bye, Pedro. I don't know if anyone has any questions, because if the stream was short, you probably would have a lot. But now I'm tired. You're probably also tired from watching. But step by step through. So thank you, Warlock. I love you and your support as well. I've told you countless times how it was 37. Yeah, I know it was quite a long stream. So if no one has any questions or anything, you can also comment on the video later. After the next step is Samir. True. So yeah, you can save the questions for the next stream. Excellent idea. And so probably I will say goodbye to you guys. Thank you very much. You were awesome, and I hope you enjoyed it. And it was my sincere, huge pleasure to be here, to have people watching. Thank you very much, Sharpsia Student. Thank you, King Ameno. Bye. I will go to the ending screen now. Bye, guys. Thank you very much. Let's go. Bye, past Fernando. And now I'll go to the end of this stream, because this has taken more time than I was expecting. That's why I didn't pause a lot. So here we are, 1 year anniversary debut reaction, and I'm surprised. One, the positive change, I think I look much better, I feel a lot happier and everything, but also I was not expecting, when I see other streamers reacting to their past selves, they do, like, say the same things at the same time, they do the syncs, the syncing up with my past self. I was not expecting that to happen in my stream, and it did happen. So it's good, because it's two things about going forward and about the journey. First, you want to grow, but you also don't want to lose yourself. And this, for me, watching my debut and everything,
I felt like I've achieved both. I've grown a lot. A lot. Look at this. Past TheNando could only dream of having this moustache. This moustache screams character growth. So yeah, I've grown a lot, but I've also maintained myself. And that's what I want to say a year from now as well. That, okay, I've grown even more, but you are still TheNando. That's my goal, and I'm glad things are going like this. But yeah, this has been a long one already. Regarding my schedule, today was my 1-year stream anniversary. Today I'm finally back with this Gaia. We need to finish the series. I'm not going to abandon the ones who've joined me to follow this guy until the end. And on Thursday 29th we'll be back with Age of Empires at 9 p.m. This is my schedule for the month. I will have kind of busy weekends, so more streams on Monday. Tuesday, I think 2 Tuesdays will be enough to finish this Gaia 7, and then I'm planning on having 2 days of Age of Empires per week. What kind of content it will be? It could be community games, it could be ranks, it could be casting. That I will be adaptable. But won't have a stream on the 2nd and the 3rd because it's the Hidden Cup and I want to watch it. Then on the Monday I'll be playing some Age of Empires using all of the Hidden Cup hype. But yeah, and then at one of the Sundays I will have chatting about Ado Wish, which is a concert of Ado that I will go, and the Hololive Fest that I'll be watching. And on the 24th, on the Sunday, to be determined. Best friend did such a good job. You did great. Thank you very much. I keep doing my best. I did my best and I keep doing my best. But yeah, there's a note there because I'm cooking behind the scenes. Collabs and other events will be announced on the YouTube community tab. This schedule doesn't paint the whole picture. There will be collabs. Yeah, this guy is back tomorrow. Of course, the Age of Empires, you can see the future that it will be very dominant, but I don't want to... I mean, we're so close to ending this Gaia. Yippee! The collabs, let's go! And for the quote of the stream, I didn't pick the other one that I was saying about Uncle Iroh from Avatar, but since a lot of people are talking about Avatar, and I love Avatar The Last Airbender, the original show, and Legend of Korra as well, of course the original show is the masterpiece, I picked a quote from Uncle Iroh, amazing character with a lot of amazing quotes. It was hard to pick one, and the one I picked for today was, "Follow your passion and life will reward you." And this quote describes what streaming has been for me. Streaming has been following my passion, and I've been rewarded so much. Rewarded by chat, rewarded by other content creators, rewarded by constant positive and amazing feedback, rewarded with character growth as a person. I feel much more confident, I feel much more happy, much more healthy. So yeah, I'm following my passion with streaming, and it's being completely worth it, and I'm glad I embarked on this journey. So as past TheNando did, to finish it up, I'm going to go big mode. I have only heard positive things about the live action. I've heard a lot of mixed things. I won't watch it, probably, but it's not because of what I've read online. It's because I'm not the biggest fan usually of live adaptations. But the first one, the original, I can say it's a banger of a show. Let's hope I'm feeling that one in my life right now. Yes. I was being ironic, I know. I'm happy to see you seeing you grow in your journey, and happy to have you as a friend. Likewise, I'm so happy. A lot of you being my friend, Maru, and a lot of people here. I'm so glad that I have the group of people that I can call friends, being who they are. As I said, I won't be making it this far, and the list of people I call friends is growing, but it's the same as a streamer. I don't want fast growth, I want quality growth, and I have lots of amazing friends that are very supportive, and it's a well-curated list. I say that I have excellent taste in friends, I do believe so. So if you are my friend, congratulations, you've been selected by someone who has amazing taste. Yeah, it was a pleasure, and I realize I don't have a BGM, but past TheNando needed a BGM. I don't need a BGM. Quality over quantity always, yes. I don't need a BGM. I'm awesome enough, even without a BGM. Let's go! So you have a list. Actually, let me... No, I don't have a list. I have a metaphorical list. I have a list of many things because I'm like data and I like organizing things. I don't have a list of friends because I feel like that's a bit inhumane to have a list of friends. It's not like you've made it onto the list. Now you are part. The kazoos. Oh no! Why did you? Am I going to end my 1-year anniversary with the kazoo song? What? You're a bad influence to me, Maru. You are a bad influence. Where's Alex? That will end tonight's stream, the kazoo. But yes, Stephanie, you are on my friends list, of course. Where is my... Oh, it's here. There was one that I haven't used already. What is it? I think it's this one. Yes. And on this note, on this glorious note, I want to say thank you. What am I doing? I want to say that I appreciate everyone in chat. I embarked on this journey and it was worth it, so please embark on the journeys you want to embark as well. Most of the times you suffer more by not doing things than by doing things. So take risks, embark on things, be great. Why am I trying to be inspirational with this in the background? Yeah, take risks, embark on journeys, be great. You never know where things will lead you. And I painted a lot of scenarios of how my journey as a streamer would go. This was not one of them. Having Kazoo playing while I say an inspirational speech after 1 year of streaming was not a scenario, and it's good. It's the best thing about journeys is that, of course, planning is good, but it's that they take you where places you never expected. So it's great to embark on them. It's great to to navigate. It's great to explore. And now, well, with that, I say thank you very much for everything. Here's to a toast. I'm out of tea. I need to drink water. A toast to another great year of streaming. Yes, and I have of my friends, I have the throne of being the best Wingspan player. But yeah, a toast to the stream, a water toast to 1 more year. I'm saying serious things. The BGM doesn't matter. And now I'm going to transition. I said I wanted to be influenced by... I want to maintain my TheNando, but also to be influenced. And this is the influence chat has in me. This moment. And now I will transition to my ending screen with this still playing. So thank you very much. I hope you keep joining me for another year. And I look forward to where the journey ahead will take us. So yeah, it was very fun and I'll see you on the next one. Tomorrow with the Skya.